Live from the Streamline Mortgage Solutions studio, it's Orlando's own Tom and Dan.
Hello, this is your Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan program. We hope that you will find our presentation precise, joke heavy, and just right. Thanks.
Show number 526.
Hey there, everybody. Welcome to everybody that's joining us live on Twitch right now. If you didn't know you could do that, yes, you can watch every Friday free show on Twitch. Just go to, twitch.com.
Nope.
Twitch.tv. Thank you, Sam. Twitch.tv/Tom and Dan Live. And subscribe. And we get a little bit of money. It's totally free for those of you that have Amazon Prime.
Yep.
Doesn't cost you a cent. And, you get to watch the show.
You also put them up on YouTube as well, right?
Yeah, like I'm actually working on that right now. I mean, there's always, like you, it's like spinning plates constantly.
Yeah.
But yes, the video of almost an hour and 45 minutes that we did with Guy Torrey this afternoon, who calls us friends now.
You got his personal number.
I did, and he offered to hang out with us in L.A. when we go out there in September. He said, but he got mad at me because I said, yeah, hopefully we'll see you. And then he's like, hopefully, he got all mad, that I said that, and I didn't, I think you're supposed to be outward with your positivity.
Yeah.
And be like, yeah, we'll see you in L.A., but I'm not.
I don't want to assume that
Yeah.
he wants to hang out with us.
And I don't have any fucking confidence in anything that I
He
do.
pulled out his calendar to make sure he'd be in town.
He did.
So he
But
really
I'm the
wants to
type.
hang out with you guys.
I'm the type of person that thinks that he is just saying that to be nice. And
No, if that was the case, he would have just been like, "Oh yeah, sure." He wouldn't have checked his schedule and gave you his number.
He's not a bullshitter, I don't feel like.
Maybe that's just me. I do that to people.
Yeah.
I'm like, yes, I'd love to do that.
And Tom acts like he's pulling out his calendar, but he's not. He's good at gambling.
Then I
stuff.
slowly back away, and then I'm like, oh, let's see what happens with that. It's a horrible way to live.
Well, we got a light show today, meaning crew. We have our producer Samantha's here. The butler is here. We have a couple of listeners that are sitting in because they bought stuff. Our good friend Seth Petrozelli is on news today and other, putting his own dick in his ass.
Don't talk about that.
Talking about that?
We got.
I've been,
How could you forget?
No.
I tried that.
Trouble with who?
Oh, I don't know.
The internet police?
Thought that was too much.
No, I tried
No.
You tell me all the time.
I
Calm
tried
down.
it.
Don't say that. Calm down.
I tried it.
Oh, you did really?
Yeah, I
Did-
tried it.
did you
Not
get the
big
head
enough.
Well, you can't do it when you're hard.
No. I went soft.
Come on.
And I was tugging it, and I was gonna
No.
stuff my
You literally have to
foreskin
stuff it in.
Come
Yeah,
on, come
There's
on.
no stuffing. There's no. I can't even get close. I can barely get past my balls.
Hold on, I don't even want to plug this now after that. So, hold
plug
on.
something.
All
Okay,
right.
it's time to talk about pediatric cancer.
Oh my god.
Let's get real for a second.
So, real quick, Brian Zymel called me this morning and was like, hey, tell all your listeners and any BDMs that have used me in the past that rates are lower now than they ever have before. And, I know he called you
me over the
because you
on
refinanced.
on a Saturday, sir.
Yeah, and so he's like, anybody even refinanced last year, rates are so low now that I can get a better rate
Yeah.
and
I'm gonna be able to
save
save a
you
lot of money.
Save you a ton of money.
Yeah.
Plus, I think when you refinance, there's 2 months where you don't have to pay your mortgage.
Yeah,
so it's like
Correct.
it doesn't cost you any money, and maybe you could even refinance down to a 15-year.
That's what I'm looking to do to save hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Yeah,
my God.
and pay the same or slightly more just because the rates are so good. So anyway, Brian said call him, and it's free to ask. Hey, can you help me? He'll let you know right over the phone.
Does he do HELOCs?
He does everything mortgage. Brian Zymel is a goddamn mortgage wizard.
I need to get his info.
Oh, yeah,
right,
he'll
get
hook
it.
up, dude.
Yeah.
He's
We'll
so
make that
good at
happen.
him and his team are so good at what they do that it's the easiest sponsor I've ever had to endorse because I know that you're only going to get a good experience.
that's
So
what-
we've had dozens and dozens of people overly email us saying like this is the best.
I'm blanking
experience
on her
I ever had in
name.
mortgage.
I want to say like right hand gal in his office.
Yeah,
I'm blanking on her name.
I know.
She's so sweet. But her and Brian were at the office on a Saturday just making phone calls, just calling everybody that they had already done that they thought that they could help. Because for some people, it's not going to be a good fit, but for some of us, he was just making phone calls. He called Andrew on a Saturday, said, hey, call me back. I think this could be like really good for you and Daniel.
If you bought your house like last year, the rates are lower now. It's like you refinance, save money. Yep. Like it's just a business decision. Anyway, so I'll also plug that we've got our new straw hats up next week. The sub safes, the Tom and Dan branded sub safes, the hair bands, for women or men, and all that will be up next week. So check our merch section. BDMs will get first crack at it. So we've got a couple things going on. One we thought of today. I started thinking, and this has to do with Seth. And we,
of course it does.
We give Seth a lot of shit, and he deserves it. And he can take it.
No, I don't. I don't do anything bad to anybody.
Well,
I'm generally a nice person.
It's just you have,
opinions.
The personality and the physical
I don't
stature
like that laugh that you just did.
that's perfect for bullying. Because people don't feel bad. Like you bully Daniel, he's a smaller guy.
Yeah, you feel bad about it.
Anxiety.
Because you know that after I walk myself over to my mobile little wheelchair and ride it out to my car.
Yeah. It's like you should bully the people that are the strongest.
Yeah.
Knock them down a peg or two, not the weakest.
I'm the weakest.
bullying
That's a slight bully right there. That's some shade.
No, I know.
Okay.
I just go with it now.
You've accepted it.
I'm okay being
some bullying causes growth.
There's bullies and then there's bullers, and I'm okay being a buller.
But anyway, I started thinking. I was like, we've talked about how Seth prefers the younger ladies.
Yeah,
and
like some,
I had to look up how old Seth was.
I might have lost my youngest. Just
Oh, what happened? Oh my God! Child
you want me to
Protective
tell you
Services.
now?
Amber Alert.
I haven't done this
Adderall past curfew.
in 30 something years.
Oh my God!
I haven't done like this
I would
in front
love
of
it if her name was Amber.
I was coming back from a date and we're walking through I come in the back area because I park in the back, come through my pool area, through my pool table. Anyway, she's walking up the stairs. All the dogs come and greet us. I have my dog, my niece's dog. And
we love my Boinky at the West
She's
Lawn.
in front. I just got done eating a huge meal, and I'm a gassy person. I fart quite a bit. I thought that I could slip it out quietly, and it was one of the loudest farts that it must have hit the side of my something and just went loud.
Your muscle.
And I go, oh! I didn't know what to say. I froze. I got kind of cold for a second. I go, she's like, was that Mason? I'm like, oh, the dogs do it all. I blamed it on a dog, like the obvious stupid.
That's what
thing
old
to do.
men do.
Oh, it's like so bad.
That's what my
blamed-
dad did.
Yeah,
Remember,
yeah.
we had my mom on to talk about that,
Yeah.
where he tried to slam the door and fart at the same time, and he was like,
That's,
And then I just
when you get old, you
totally
you
changed the subject. You're like, oh, so let's put this leftovers in the fridge. I didn't even acknowledge it. Like it didn't even happen.
If your
But
dick
I know
was
if-
in your ass, it wouldn't have happened.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's true.
'Cause
And I know
up.
her friends listen to this, so now she's gonna know. But
because younger girls, they don't like the farting. You're like,
Do they?
Yeah. Like
my
well,
ex
no,
did, my-
really
at
young,
first she didn't
like
like
my daughter who's 4.
Oh yeah. If you go over
loves
That's children.
there's a fine line.
Loves the farting.
I'm talking like young
you could-
20s is.
yeah.
You could promise it to me when she turns 18, then it's fine.
Oh my God.
Then I like the thing they did in the King's Age, like, oh, she's like young, but then they promise you the person when they turn of age or something like that. Isn't that like a thing back in the
We'll see you next week.
No, like medieval times.
Yeah,
like,
they did.
Like,
They did.
oh, you're supposed to be married to this person, so you have to wait till they come of age to marry.
Yeah.
It wasn't even
to
making a
bring
joke. I
the
was just-
to bring the families together.
Yeah.
So don't you want a long-time wife that's so comfortable that like even shitting your pants doesn't phase her?
Yeah.
Like, you
Oh,
know,
I shit
like
my
if
pants this week, and my daughter. I made my daughter run and get me new underwear.
yeah.
God.
And your wife probably not phased at all by
No,
it.
she
She's
blamed
used-
the bathroom. She just got done working out.
I mean,
you know?
I did that with my ex-wife, and look what happened. I shit in the shower. I shit in the litter box.
true.
Well, that's too far. You went.
Oh, too far.
Yeah,
The
that's
pendulum
too
swung.
I mean, I said accidentally shitting your pants. I didn't say deliberately shitting in a litter box in a shower. That's completely different.
So
well,
anyway,
then.
I digress. So I started thinking about like because Seth, prefers to date younger women. I was like, what does he have in common with any of these girls because like I honestly forgot how old you were. I had to look up your Wikipedia. I won't say it on the air. Anybody can look it up if they want, but older than I am.
It's wrong on there.
I don't know about that. And then I was like,
somebody keeps changing it. Anybody can change that stuff.
They can.
And the difference.
You should see it now.
Let's just say
55.
a 19-year-old and Seth's age. We're talking a good amount of time. Almost that time could just about become drinking age.
Yeah, like when you've been when you've been driving for double the length of their age. Double. That's a lot.
There's only been a couple of those.
So but I was like, what do you have in common with these girls?
Drinking and sex.
Yeah, but like,
Are they drinking age?
what you referenced?
Yeah, okay.
Man.
So then the whole team here at T&D Media scoured the internet and found some because apparently I was thinking millennial, but millennial's way older. Like you're in Generation Z. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
So,
Gen Z.
Oh, yeah, it's past millennials.
Yeah. So you're interested in the Gen Z generation, and we started looking up some like quiz, some terms that the Gen Zs use.
Oh, I live with my niece. I'm good.
All right, we'll see if you are because we have a little bit of a quiz here for you, Seth. And so I started thinking of like what could be. You got to have some something in the game here to make it interesting, and so I'll leave it up to you, Seth. You could bet your daily news fee. We can if you lose, we could rub something in your staph infection.
God.
What are we gonna rub in there?
I don't know.
Somebody else. That's punishment for somebody else.
What if we rub my sandal?
It's oozing.
Oh,
It's oozing
no.
Yeah.
Then it'll start growing you off the side of it or something. I don't like that.
So do you think you'll know some of these?
No, I don't. I mean, I know some of the terms, like I don't know. I mean, my niece says something to me. I'm like, wait, what does that mean? She's like, it's like this. It's like this. I'm like, okay.
So you've picked it up.
I mean, a couple things, yeah, but then I sound retarded, stupid saying them.
That's actually one of the words here.
Okay.
Okay.
Everybody can feel free to play along while you're driving, listening, because most of our listeners, this could be a bit of a challenge, unless you have kids that are of this age, I would imagine, right?
Mm-hmm. So. I didn't know most of these, by the way. I had no idea. I'd never even heard of them.
Now I'm kind of scared because I don't know.
Yeah, but you hang out with younger
what are you
girls.
guys
But I'm
talking
saying
about?
we talk about, hey, do you want to drink at this?
That's the extent of the conversation.
Hey, do you want to drink?
Yeah, I mean,
Bill
Wait,
Cosby.
so it's just it's just silence?
Hey, drink this.
it's literally like it's twerking and video and hanging on the hot tub and we
Twerking?
and we
Wait,
talk about,
they just come over. There's no conversation.
I have
They
party-
just get to twerk.
I have parties at my house, yes, and they start drinking and then we start talking like that.
They're like, oh my God, I can't believe
They start singing.
I just can't stop twerking.
this old man's buying this
He
beer.
farted on his koi pot.
we talk about how her boyfriend is not right for her. And he's too young.
Oh my God. You need an older man. Shits on fish. What you need is, a older man with a staph infection who takes a shit in his koi pot.
Like I said, there's only been a couple of the 19-year-olds. Most of them have been 25 and
most
up.
of them are like,
Okay, first.
we exaggerate
I
on
know,
here to make jokes and
course,
stuff,
of
but still, it's still but it is still Gen Z.
Yeah.
You should know this.
25 is it's a big age.
That's millennial 25.
No, I think it's
Gen Z started in 1995.
Yeah. You're also 2 years off of knowing your age. Aren't you supposed to half it and then add 7, and that's the youngest you can
We're
date?
Zennials, the little Xennials.
That's like my 82, 81.
That's what
I'm 37 years old. You're not dating any 37-year-old girls. That's so far away.
Yeah.
Hell no.
They're no grandmas to you.
Yeah, my God. Think about
I see them on Bumble and I'm like, good Lord, Skeletor.
Skeleton.
Because they got the. I don't know.
Your gums start receding.
Yeah, they do.
You start
They have
turning
no-
into
they have
old
no
Pirates
lips.
of the Caribbean skeleton.
That's what it looks like.
Not 37.
Yeah.
No, you're fine.
They partied hard in their 20s and they look like freaking.
Rode hard, put up wedge.
But then they're good. They're better. More.
Well, they're better at it.
experienced.
You just got to close your eyes.
Yeah. What do the young girls know
young
about?
girls are crazy. Are you kidding me?
What do they do? Tell me.
Anything and everything.
What does that mean?
I mean,
do they frog it?
See, I
Oh,
don't even
that's
know
an
what that-
easy one. Frog it.
Yeah,
well,
that's-
I guess
Old ladies
Samantha-
frog it. I mean, what are you
They're
talking
just
about?
very, very open to do
My mom
anything.
probably frogs.
No,
You're
no,
just-
that's a young woman's
no,
game.
no. It just depends on how.
For thigh strength.
Yeah. Thank
You
you.
know
And they're
what
open to like butt stuff.
Oh,
Stop it.
They're open to group stuff.
Like,
Like,
all right,
what's
Seth.
up?
Here we go. First term. What does the term yeet mean? Y-E-E-T. Yeet.
Yeet.
Yeah, yeet. I'm, the young.
And if you do
girls
a
are-
Jeff Foxworthy, yeet the booty,
Oh,
kicking you out of here.
I was gonna say short for Yeti. Like, it's a
no. This apparently means
ass.
excitement or happiness. That's what the term yeet means.
Didn't know that one. I'm 0 for 1.
I'm 0 for 1. Sorry.
Okay. What does tea or spilling tea mean?
Spilling tea? You know what that means?
I know that one.
Something to do with drinking.
Oh man, that was super easy.
I even was able to guess
Yeah,
this
it's
one.
the drama, right? Like,
Yeah,
give me the
gossip,
drama.
gossip,
Give me that
yeah.
drama.
Yeah.
Spill that tea.
How'd you get that from that? Really? Spill the beans.
No,
Is that an old school saying?
Oh, he's an old grandpa.
spill the beans.
Hold on, Hal. I think I know more of these than Seth
Maybe
did.
you do. I don't know.
He's old peepaw.
Maybe I don't talk a lot.
Spill the beans.
Seth, what is
Whippersnapper.
what's a finsta?
Oh, it's a fake Instagram.
All right, there
Wow,
it is.
on the board. He's on the board.
All right,
I know that because my niece has one of those. I'm like, what? I didn't see that. She's like, that's on my Finsta. I'm like, I gotta get one of those. She's like, oh yeah, we all have those. I'm like, okay, I'm getting one of those.
So what do they do with the fake?
They
Instagram?
post like more hard. Well, I
Like-
know she posts more risque stuff and stuff that she doesn't want family seeing and stuff like that.
It's
Shit,
weird,
I'm
but
gonna
then
have to
it's
be
coming from a fake person,
I gotta
but you
stay
still
on-
have to get it out.
We still have to get it out, yeah.
That's a
so
weird
it's kind of like a
psychology.
group of friends. Like it'd be
You
like
don't
a
have an
group of,
Instagram
like-
just for pictures of your cock? I do. I mean, you guys.
That's a cockster.
Yeah.
I-
Spill the beans indeed.
I was like, spill the beans, Eric. Tell me what the Finsta is.
Excuse me, guys. I got to go spill the beans on my cockster.
I spilt the beans the other day in front of that girl.
What does hop off mean?
Hop off?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'd guess something obvious like step back, Jack. I said that on
Hit the
purpose.
road, Jack, and don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more.
Are we interviewing a 1920s gangster?
I'm telling you, this is my town, see? You better step back, Jack. This is my city. It's Petrozelli land, huh?
I kind of did that on purpose. Well, what does it mean?
It means mind your business.
See? Step off, Jack.
It's-
Look, guess what? I'm gonna bring these words are coming back in like 10 years from now. These are gonna be cool.
I don't know.
Because 80s and like stuff is cool now. So
I don't know.
50s.
I think 90s are cool now.
Ah, shit, you got me
it-
shitting in a
it
koi
did transfer
pond.
to 90s.
What about skirt? SKRT.
I know this.
SKRT.
I know this.
Oh yeah.
I mean, isn't it kind of like? She says it all the time. It's not like it's not coming, is it, or something like that?
That's skeet. That's all skeet.
That's a Windows.
That's
walls.
what I was thinking. Skeet.
Different.
Don't get
That's
skeet, skeet
2001 Yin Yang Twins.
I'll take apple bottom jeans for $500.
Boots with the fur. That means excitement or agreement.
Skirt.
Yeah. It's like you're exciting,
Yeah.
or like it's like you want to show excitement.
Yes.
I guess.
Feeling miserable.
What about
Wait,
bang?
how many was those so far? One for what?
You're
Yeah,
one
one
for
for-
like
for
five.
50?
Five.
Yeah.
1 for 6. 1 for 5.
So you're saying there's a chance?
Wait, are we giving him hop off? Are we giving him that one because it was close?
Yeah, I said
Yeah,
step back.
When he said hit
That's
the road,
two.
he said hit the road, Jack, or
Step back, Jack.
is that back?
See?
If a person is crossfade, what does that mean?
It means you're on more than a crossfaded.
Yeah.
Crossfade, like on more than one substance, and you're
Really
fucked up.
Yeah,
All
yeah,
right.
there
We
it
know
is.
him
All
'cause he gets
right.
drunk. All the girls.
I know
in
that.
the-
I know the
Yeah.
fucked up thing.
Oh, you know the
Yeah,
drugging,
true.
the drugging terms.
Because most of the time they're high before they start drinking.
Okay, fair enough.
What does high key mean?
Ooh.
If something's high key,
High key.
like that is high key. And
Great
Can I have that in a sentence?
Well,
Thank
yeah,
you.
that's the only.
Is it a gay haiku?
I was trying to think of something old.
It
but I can't
means
think.
very obvious. If
I didn't know that
something's
one.
hikey,
I got
didn't
that
know
one
either.
wrong. That's a toughie.
And
low key would be something
Yeah,
on
it's
the low, right?
basically the opposite.
Just the opposite.
yeah.
Oh.
We'll do one more. If someone says I'm dead, like
Like you're usually when you're laughing way hard and you're like, I'm dead. I'm
yeah,
dead.
there it is. Yeah, you know that one.
That one was easy.
That was
Yeah,
kinda-
yeah.
that
I
was
didn't
kinda-
like. If someone said that
Of
to
a
me,
weekend.
yeah. I got another one. Bang 30s. You know what that means?
They bang guys in their 30s.
No, it actually means to
yeah.
fight someone.
Bang 30.
Bang
It's like
I never heard that. either.
throwing blows.
Yeah,
Bang 30.
Yeah.
Throwing
Throwing blows.
throwing fisticuffs.
I
Put 'em up,
I don't know
put 'em
what's worse,
up.
me pronouncing and reading these things if there's an old man convention here.
How does this stuff change
I got
so
3.
quickly, though? My God, it's like rapid fire, right?
Yeah,
Like if I heard any of this, I'd have no clue. Like if it was all slang that kids were saying, I'd have absolutely
That's like
no.
real young stuff. That's like teenager stuff. That's like not even
No,
20
it's
stuff.
20s.
Yeah.
It's late teens, early 20s.
My ex doesn't know that. There's no way she. They don't talk like that.
There's slaps.
What's slaps?
There's snack. That means a person who looks good.
Yeah, I wanted you to ask him that one, but you gave it away.
A snack?
You wouldn't have known snack, right?
No, I wouldn't
Yeah,
know
yeah,
snack.
So I'd say that. How would I use
There's
that?
I think there's a freaking old Navy commercial
that's a
with it now
snack.
where she's like, oh, she's looking like a whole snack. It just means they're looking good. Like you want to eat them up.
Okay, all
You
right.
don't know cap means?
Take your
like,
hat
no
off
cap?
at Cracker Barrel.
Yeah.
No caps.
No.
Yeah, there's some of these. That means you're serious, or you mean like I'm for real. No cap. It's like no shit.
I don't know any of these.
No.
But do I? I
You'll
mean,
learn them though,
We
right?
could start.
When your
We
daughter
should
grows
start
up.
talking like that.
I
though.
guess I'll have to, right? And
No,
so will
things
you.
will change by that time.
Yeah.
Oh,
That'll
I know,
be a
but I'm saying
different.
the new language and lingo.
What's
Either
your daughter?
you'll learn, or she's gonna be talking a whole other language. You'll have no idea what she's up to.
But that's the thing. Like parents know what.
Yeah,
the
there's
fuck
no
their kid-
slang now,
I don't want
luckily.
to know what my son's dumb shit is. You know, like
Yeah.
What it was in our like what it was in high school for like that like dope was I guess
Off
was a
the
word.
chain.
Off the chain. Yeah, I guess stuff like that.
Yeah. There was a bunch of
raise the roof.
I mean, skeet was in
Yeah,
my
yeah,
generation.
yeah.
We didn't have skeet in my generation.
No,
we were
yeah.
skeet free.
What was the?
Ours was
That
like
shit was dank.
Oh yeah,
yeah. We did a lot of cool. We did a lot
Oh,
of
tight. We said that's tight.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, tight.
we did a lot of not.
No, yeah,
Because I'm the old man.
This guy's a Wayne's
was like
World.
Yeah. I'm just like,
Nah.
yeah, we did that. I mean, you could wait.
Seth is pretty goddamn close to you, so
he
it's
might
right
well
there.
be.
Yeah,
It's
but
in the same.
I remember not, but I don't remember
Yeah.
saying it. I remember
And then like,
Oh,
way.
you said
and
it.
then you'd be like, way.
yeah, I did.
No way. Yeah, like I said
Bill and
all
Ted.
fucking-
I said the way thing. I did the
Yeah, we did all that. I'm trying to
Psych.
think. Yeah,
Remember
Psych.
Psych?
Yeah, Psych was a big one that we
Psych
did.
is now. I hear. Actually, I do hear kids saying that
Is
now.
it coming
I hear
back?
psych now. Yeah, like psych. You gotta say it like psych.
That's how they say it.
What's a like besides from the party? Do you take any of these girls out on dates at
No,
all?
not the 19. No, not the young ones.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, go to the.
They don't deserve to eat.
If you are like, where do they want to go? Is the same shit? Is it like restaurant?
Yeah. I'm always about taking them out to like nice places to eat. That's like, cause I
Like
to eat
what?
too.
Give us an idea of a place. Like,
To Ruby today.
No, like,
Ruby today.
Ruby
I'm trying to
today.
make it sound
like
fancy.
like a Crest or Ruth's Chris.
Okay,
or-
yeah, there. Whoa,
yeah,
my
you,
God.
yeah, you got to impress them with their money.
Oh,
Are
yeah,
young
yeah,
girls
yeah.
I thought that there was a age range.
No, they all like money.
Well,
even
I-
my daughter, I think now she can smell it.
The penis impresses more, I guess.
Jesus Christ.
With the,
No, the more.
How long-
I
how
guess
lo-
I don't know. It's just a convenience, to be honest, because I'm like they come
The
over to the house,
convenience of
my
the
house-
penis?
do
No,
you
no, no,
have
no,
to?
no,
Okay,
being
let's
a
talk
penis.
about dick pics. Do you have to
yes.
ask permission nowadays to send the dick pic?
I would never send an unsolicited dick pic. That's a definite no-no.
Gotcha.
Wait a minute.
I-
Were you sending unsolicited dick pics?
I never-
before?
no,
Did you
no.
think it was okay to do that?
I assumed that people did that, but
I
I don't
never-
know.
I
Yeah,
never
but
sent a
it was
dick pic.
never okay. You're like, is it okay now? What?
Usually I get like a thing like they send me something and I'm like, you want to see something else? Like even more? Like, yeah, then I have to get a show me more type thing. And then,
okay.
I'm
And
like,
then they have to sign.
yeah.
Are you afraid of them putting it out on the internet?
No, I don't care.
No, okay.
That's not there, no.
Yeah,
My
they-
face isn't in it. Well,
Yeah.
maybe
They go
more.
right.
Yeah, wearing a jungle t-shirt with a big Venus thermos.
Yeah, I mean, if you match up my room, then you can see that. But no,
Yeah.
one of them, my face is in it, but the rest.
Are you- well, they-
Oh my God! Look
What's
at how
stopping-
big his dick is. He farted on his face.
What's stopping them from just putting it out on the internet?
Oh, what's stopping me from putting stuff out of them? Like,
It's
nice.
kind of like nuclear bombs and countries.
I guess
Come
so.
on, this is like
the
us in
only-
Iran. Come on, it's 10 minutes. Let's pull back. 150 people.
Because that's
could die.
not cool. Why would they do? I mean, they could, I guess. I mean, whatever.
Yeah, but
really
There was a
wouldn't
whole
bother
site
me.
based on that. Remember that? We were going to interview that guy, and then we couldn't get him on the line because he got sued. That Are You Up?
oh yeah.
Remember
well,
that
a guy
website?
went to jail for.
I think that
like,
guy might have gone to jail.
he had a site for.
Is anyone up? I think that's what it was called.
I think it's
right?
called Submit Your Ex.
Yeah,
submit
there
your
are
ex-
a bunch
Yeah,
of them,
there's
tons
a
of
couple.
them.
Apparently he was making like $400 a month, and he went to jail for a long time
Oh,
over
yeah.
that shit.
Yeah.
Like he wasn't getting rich.
He got like 25 years or some shit
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
Yeah, you got to be careful with that. I've never sent a dick pic.
Yeah.
I've
I
never-
mean, neither.
Well, you guys
Sent.
don't have to, I guess. I mean, I don't know.
No, I mean, like, I've even thought about doing it as a joke to my wife, but honestly, like, just being real on the show, I can't bring myself to do it. And it's not like I have a hideously horrible looking dick. I just can't see myself.
Well, what? Yeah, why should you want
I've
that?
thought about it before to do it as even as just like to make her laugh, because it would make her laugh. But I went. I'll describe it. I stood. I was. This is terrible. I was going number 2. Had finished, and I was
don't
like,
get him an after shit dick pic.
well, no, I wasn't gonna put the shit in it.
Well, but
It's still tainted.
But is it hanging in the toilet?
But I was nude, getting ready to get in the shower, so I'm like, well, I mean, I could, chub this thing up a little bit and then snap a photo of it because I just got done using my Norelco Body Blade 2.
Yeah.
And give her a fresh trimmed pic and make her laugh, and then that would be a nice little, Happy Tuesday.
Yeah.
And I'm holding my dick, and I go to take a picture of it, and I'm like, I can't do this. I was like, I can't fucking do that. I got a kid now. I can't just, like, what if I accidentally send it to you guys? Or, like, I don't know. Like, I don't want it on my phone. I was just like, what am I doing? And I felt so stupid.
She's not gonna give it to anybody, so that'd be like the safest time to do it.
But I
when
just
you're
felt
married.
stupid even doing it.
Yeah.
Like I'm taking a picture of my dick. Why?
Yeah.
get to stare
Only
at
a
it later,
doctor
don't you?
needs a picture of my dick, right?
And even then, it's questionable.
Yeah. I mean, he can look at it in person.
It's a different mentality. You've got the older school mentality.
Now, I would love to talk to younger girls, early 20s that say, like, because there's got to be at least one. There's got to be at least one girl that's like, oh, yeah, like, when I get into a relationship, like, it really turns me on, or I get horny when I get a dick pic,
When
right?
my ex,
I
was with her
like
for-
them.
Yeah.
Well, for my husband, I should say.
Right.
When I was with my
thank
ex-
Does
you
your
for-
husband send you dick pic?
It's very rare,
His dick?
but he will.
Mostly
Yeah.
butthole pics.
With a boner? Oh, okay. Just making sure. Like, I don't know.
No.
For me, it'd be a
No, it's stuffed in his
tiny,
butthole. It's what the fuck?
tiny acorn in a hair nest.
I used to do that all the time. My
How
ex, she
dare
loved
you.
that. My ex, like
No,
back
no,
and
I'm
forth.
saying
She
that's
sent me
me.
stuff, I'd send her stuff, and then would get us like teas to when we met at night, like my ex with my ex.
Yeah, no, I understand
Yeah.
the concept. It's just.
I'll just wait till you get here, and I'll go, here's my dick. All right, there's your vagina. All right.
But my wife, even
gonna eat
seeing
this
my dick
thing now,
doesn't
you
turn
eat
her
this
on.
thing.
Like,
Well, that's a problem.
Yeah, okay. I'll look at that. You look at this. And then this is the way I think you and I do it. We get in the room, nude. I'm looking at you. She's looking at me. And then I'm like, all right, I'm going to eat that. You eat this. Now I'm going to put this in where I ate. All right.
Mine
I'll
starts
go to bed.
for weeks. I gotta be nice and do like
I'm gonna
nice
forward
things.
you. I'm gonna forward you my dick,
Okay.
and then you send it to Crystal and be like, "Hey, babe," like
She'll
just pretend it's
know.
shit.
Oh, yeah, she'll know. Yeah.
Oh, she's gonna be confused about giant
Well,
thermos
it'll be
with a
around-
fucking Japanese
Oh, and
ass
also,
diaper
do you have
tattoo.
hair? Do you have hair?
It's. I said this before. It's like a Superman symbol.
See,
It's a
he's like a baby.
No,
Yeah.
not right now.
I thought you were
Uh-oh,
picking
you
it
wanna grow
down.
up?
Nah, baby, the well ran dry for a while, so I didn't need to.
you grew it out? Yeah.
You know,
Oh,
Yeah, you don't
This is
think
sad.
it's like
I had to let
when
it go.
Woodstock's not going to come around for the next year. We can leave the trash for a little.
yeah.
That's a bad analogy, or maybe a good one. I don't know.
I'll start cleaning up when we get a couple weeks out.
yeah, I'll get a crew.
It's too early now.
Yeah, when we're a week out, I'll get a crew, and this place will be spotless. But until then, I want to guarantee we sell some tickets.
Yeah, let the birds eat some of the trash. Less for me to pick up.
Yeah, maybe
But
the
I'm-
grass will grow over it.
Talk about hypochondria though when it comes to that. Like I'm so scared of because when I trim, sometimes you get little nicks.
Yeah,
so
you
you have
nick it, yeah.
open cuts there.
Yeah, it's
so I have to
fine.
like time. No, it's not fine because when
fine.
you're having sex with somebody new and you don't know, like maybe the juices get in, you can get some sort of disease that way. So
You
I
can,
have
that
to
is
time
true.
when I shave so it grows out just enough where there's no cuts or nicks, so it's just there, so there's no open sores or anything.
Wow.
Like that way,
Wow.
when I do, it's like,
I don't blame you
Yeah.
because I would have probably. I remember when I was single that I was, my hypochondria bled into that as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was always wearing a condom. Like that's the one thing that sucked about being a hypochondriac. I would have loved to have wild, unprotected sex because I was having fun. But my hypochondria would not allow me to do that. So I always wore condoms.
Who's had more? You only had one AIDS test, right?
Me?
Yeah.
No, more than one.
Oh, more than one.
I've had at least 5.
5 AIDS tests. Oh my God! How many AIDS tests have you had?
I get one every like 8 months.
Every 8 months? For how long? As long as you've been an adult, that's a lot of AIDS.
Since when I fought, so at least 10 years. I mean,
oh my God,
that's a lot of AIDS tests.
yeah.
I even go to the one locally here that's right down the street, and the guy, I think I said this on air before. He told me, he's like, "Well, have you had an unprotected male-on-male sex?" I'm like, "No." I'm not disgusted. I was just like, "No, I don't do that." And he's like, "Well, why are you here?" I'm like, "Because I want to get it. I've been with females unprotected." And he's like, "Well, you can't get it from that." I go, "What?"
He should not be working there.
Most misinformation.
Was it my
I was
pop-up
like, I go,
years ago?
but he works at one of the most
That is
popular
awful.
spots that gives free AIDS tests to everybody. And he says it to me. I'm like, "What?" And I didn't want to argue with him. So I'm like, "Wait, are you sure?" I'm like, "I had no condom on my penis. I went inside her vagina." I'm like, "I can't get in." He's like, "No." He's like, "You can't." He's like,
Well,
this
I didn't know that.
He's like, "This is a waste
Well,
of
that's
time."
not true.
Hold on. We should
man.
be.
But
Hold on. This is
statistically-
fantastic news.
Statistically, it's harder.
Yeah,
I read that.
AIDS is gone, everybody.
I think the problem is when you work with someone in the industry, that's all they do. They tend to get skewed one way or the other, and they're probably like, okay, I've seen what causes this for statistically more probable.
I had a
so
friend.
he's
I get, but he should have said
not saying
that.
it's not
But
impossible.
he was
It's
like,
not impossible.
He was
that's
like
for
dead
sure.
on saying no way. He's like, I didn't want to do this.
I don't
And I was like,
feel-
what? I'm like, no, do it.
I don't feel like
Give me the test.
Yeah.
just to go back to Generation Z or whatever we're calling the younger 20-year-olds right now.
Gen
I don't
Z.
feel like they have to worry about what I had to worry about. Like the condom thing and getting AIDS was like a big deal. You worried about it. I had a friend, a very close friend. You might remember this because I think you were at the station at the time, who slept with somebody. And he did, and then another person that actually worked at the radio station slept with the same girl. And then he got a call one day, and it was at the at a station function, let's say, because I'm certainly not going to say who it was. And he got a call one day, and it was the girl that had slept with him, and then the other person that worked at at one of the radio stations. It was different, not the one you and I worked at.
Yeah.
And she said, "Yeah, I'm having to call everybody now because I have HIV, and I slept with you, so you're gonna need to get tested."
Where, did she?
And
get
I
it from-
remember it was fucking chilling, dude. Like, I mean, it
Did
was.
he like imagine that test?
No, he got a
you're
test.
sweating it out.
He got a test. The other guy got a test, and they were both fine. But she has it.
Oh, maybe he's
Wow.
right. Maybe the guy's right.
Maybe the guy.
Dude, there was so much more AIDS movies. Like
fuck up.
the movie Kids when I was growing up was
Oh,
about
yeah.
AIDS. Like
Yeah.
I assumed I was going to encounter way more AIDS.
It
than
weighed
that.
heavier in the air,
You
right?
didn't fuck anybody else, Tom.
No,
You're
no,
not
no.
going to encounter
Tom,
AIDS.
Well, I'm talking about when I was like a younger kid.
You
I
think
thought
you'd know
as,
more people
as
with
an
AIDS?
adult, I thought it was going to be a more of an epidemic that I'd see more.
My youngest memory, I have, maybe I had a couple younger ones, but I remember in the 80s when they first had a giant, not a commercial, but a special on AIDS. It is in the 80s. I can't remember. I must have been 5 or 6 years old. I remember sitting on the ground watching it with my parents and then just start hysterically crying. Like hysterically, like they couldn't
That
console
was the
me.
root of your hypochondria.
I thought that I had AIDS. I'm like, I have this. And my dad and my mom, I remember them
That might have
covering
been
me and
it.
saying, look, you don't have this. Like, I'm like, no, I screamed and went nuts about it. I remember,
God.
for like, that's like a burned image of my
What
head.
if
And
that's
his
a-
dad's like, maybe
what-
you do because you're acting gay right now. I just assumed that he's intolerant like you are.
I mean, yeah.
Shut up. I'm not intolerant.
You got it from somewhere.
Stop putting words out.
He's just putting together,
I'm not
threw her down the stairs a bit. Like it kind of goes
Let's-
hand in hand.
Let's take a break, and when we come back, let's do some gripes. We've got Seth
I got
on
gripes.
news. We've got a bunch of email to get through, and a bunch of other stuff.
Should we take the shot before we go?
Yeah, let's do the shot, man. I love a good shot. Hold on one second. Butler, let me get some music ready for you. Do you even need me? You don't need me. I'll just give you
No.
echo. How about
like
that?
that.
I'm just gonna
All
give you
right,
some
yeah.
echo
Cheap shot
here.
glass
Hold
all
on.
the time.
There you go, Butler.
Okay. Hey, in Pelican news, Zion's a hit. #1, draft that kid's the shit. Careful when your wing gets snipped. Balls are okay until they get the clip. So cheers now to a new game night. Pick up the sticks and prepare for a fight. Bitches all around trying to vibe my plight. Done talking about it, I'm high as a kite.
Man, that's a long one.
All right.
Oh, wow.
That's a full song.
Cheers.
Oh, God.
Who drank it like that?
That was me. Sorry. It was
Jameson?
rough going down.
Oh, that's good.
Also, use hashtag TDABC if you were going to buy some Jameson, some White Claw, anything, any beer,
I'll
wine,
just tell you right
spirits.
now, Jameson is not a sponsor. I wish they were, but I never get tired of Jameson.
Dude, it's
So
smooth,
good.
nice.
Yeah, it's just good. It's better than that Caterpillar whiskey we shot a couple weeks
Oh
ago.
my God.
Neosporin shit.
I just got over that. Like, I just got
You
over
guys
that.
complaining about that.
You remember the band Bracket?
no.
Do you remember them?
No.
They were on Fat Records, I want to say
Is that punk band?
early 2000s. Yeah,
Okay.
and they're back. They have a brand new album. This is them. Brand new album called Too Old to Die Young. Kind of feel like that. We'll be right back with more Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan.
Everybody's aging faster than me.
That is new music from Bristol to Memory. The name of the song is Into You. Expect an album from them very, very soon. That's their lead single. Welcome back to A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I am Dan.
I'm Tom.
Samantha and Butler are here, our good friend, and news, what do we call him? He's kicking news at you. With his, he's kicking the news is Mr. Seth Petruzzelli, and welcome back to the show.
So, Seth, you, before the show, we were talking about your turtles. You have some pet turtles in your koi pond?
I do.
And you're an animal lover, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
very
you've
much so.
been one all your life. I love putting these hypotheticals to animal lovers. What
Oh, jeez.
if someone came to you and said, what would it take money-wise?
Back here live at the Waterfront Village with my friend the zombie, Jonathan. You're looking good. Jonathan just got an awesome face paint job. What do you think?
I like turtles.
Sorry.
That's my spirit kid.
So, little Seth Petruzzelli at the fair.
If
I'd be a little more chubby, but yes.
if someone said, what would it take money-wise, and I'll let you name the price, to pick up one of your turtles from your koi
that's sad.
pond
I'm gonna get sad you just saying this.
and then punch it to death?
Punch it to death.
I mean, because you could, like a board or whatever, just monkey punch
I
it.
call it gorilla fist.
Yeah. I mean, now in the grand scheme of things,
Yeah,
one
you
turtle.
could be monkey
Here's the
whipping
thing:
it.
maybe you give that money to a
I used
pet
to be able to
charity.
do
that's like having. But that's like going to the barbecue for the dogs and killing all the
I was
pigs.
like, you could probably give it to a turtle charity that would save thousands of
The
turtles.
greater good, right?
Yeah, the greater good.
The
But
Thanos mentality. I
but
like it. Okay.
you would have to punch it to death, one of your own pet turtles.
Ooh, that's rough.
Do they have names?
Yeah.
How do you tell the difference?
If you did
'Cause they're
Ninja
different.
Turtles, then you're not creative.
No. One is Leo. That's it. I have 4.
Only one is Mike.
Listen, no,
one is
one
Raph.
Mike, one is
and
Raph.
one
No,
is
only because I had 3 turtles growing up, and my brother had one, my sister had one. Theirs were we're all Ninja Turtles because that's when it first came out and it was cool.
Yeah, it was
and
cool.
mine was Leonardo, so I was like, in honor of my first turtle when I was a kid, I named him Leo.
Okay.
So there's one Leo. What's the other one?
Yeah. So you.
One is twerk.
We got.
One is skirt. And the other is.
I got shrimp.
No, okay.
I got Professor Green.
They're getting worse.
And Mo.
And okay, so
Mo.
Leo, Shrimp, Professor Green, and Mo.
That's our new show. I know what I am. Yeah,
so-
you're Professor Green.
So
Yeah,
money.
that's right.
Because you
weed,
get high
yeah.
all the time. You're Mo,
Okay.
and you are
Yeah,
Leo.
yeah. So
Leo.
what it would take to
And I'm Shrimp.
pull Leo out?
That's a. Oh,
What's
man.
your
and then-
favorite
It's gotta
one?
be Leo.
Leo because
Yeah.
he's the biggest one.
Yeah, and
he's
then
the most-
punch it.
He's most
and-
confident. He sits there on the thing, the floaty thing I put in there as I come out. All the rest scatter. He just sits there and just looks at me.
Yeah, and
But then
you
he comes up and I have food. He'll come and wait for me, and I'll hand feed him. He'll
You're
eat out of
gonna
my hand.
punch his shell straight on, so his guts come right out of his
That's
asshole.
fucking- I don't even know if I could do that. Like, like I couldn't kill anything to. I mean, if it was like for a lot to go to charity, like,
that's
I'd
why hypotheticals are fun.
I'd be fucked up for my.
Where do you weigh in on
$250,000?
Where do you weigh in on like humans versus animals though?
Oh, I'd stomp a.
You'd stomp a baby for your turtle?
No, you were gonna say bum. That's where you go towards.
No, not a bum.
And any hypothetical, it's always like, how much would it take to kill a bum? for whatever reason, we value bums so little in society.
That's sad,
it is
I know.
awful. It is
I know,
awful,
but I hate people.
That's what
I really
people go
do.
to.
I love humanity and I hate.
It's
humans.
like, what's more important, Leo the turtle or this bum?
Okay,
who was somebody's father?
yeah. He's made a couple bad decisions.
If I could give the money, I would definitely give the money because I wouldn't. I'd kill myself if I did that and kept the money for myself. So I would definitely give the money.
Do you
to
think
charity.
Leo would do the same for you?
Anything over 6 figures, I might do it.
But
that's
you gotta take a little bit out for your twerking parties, just to make yourself happy.
I know. I'll take 10,000 out and make a really huge koi pond and get. More
Punchin Turtles.
Yeah.
Wow. Then you could go
And then I
punch
would-
crazy.
And then I would put
a bloodbath.
and I would put a plaque up, Leo's koi pond. Or something.
I punched him flat. He shat out his own innards.
God, it'd be so bad. Though.
Yeah.
Like
I'm
I couldn't
sorry.
kill my own food to eat. Like I wouldn't be able to raise a cow and slaughter it. Nope, I couldn't do it.
Well, you don't have to do it yourself. You raise it, and it eats, and then you take it to a
Well,
butcher.
I'm just saying, if I had, you were talking about hypotheticals.
Yeah.
If
You wouldn't be
if
able
I
to-
had to raise and kill something myself.
What if you're out in the woods though? You
Yeah.
kill
If I was
something.
starving
Yeah,
and I was that sort of situation,
yeah,
yeah,
you
but
punch a turtle
convenience,
crazy.
man.
Oh, yeah. I'd be punching right in your mouth.
I would look for lower
Be like, where's
forms.
Seth? I got a bunch of turtles. You got a punch kill.
Like I
How
thought
would
that
you-
if I got lost with my dog, I could never kill my dog and eat. I'd have to like feed him a couple ants too, as I'm eating ants, and be like, just.
Dog's not gonna eat an ant.
And believe me, your dog will eat you when you die.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
It does not.
The first
care
place
as
they're
much.
going to eat is a staph infection.
Oh,
There's an
God.
open wound. It
Yeah.
goes right for that. Starts peeling off your calves. Then you wake up during
I wouldn't
it.
mind that. I wouldn't mind him sustaining his life off me, and then I could live.
My
forever.
little dog, Caesar, I know for a fact he'd eat me. Like, I know he would.
Really?
Yeah, like there have been times when like I've like cut myself and I'd just be, you cut yourself and you bleed a little bit and you're just kind of waiting for it to clot.
That's kind of the scent, though. I think.
And
they
he'll
do that.
come
They lick it.
over and he sniffs it and then he starts licking it and I'm like, careful, motherfucker. I look into his eyes, but he can't see shit. But I can
cloudy,
see him, yeah, and he can't hear where the shit, which is good. I saw somebody put this up for over the weekend. I mean, obviously, Pyro Spots, it's in swing.
Yeah.
But, I think it was Tony. Tony talked about Ralph, his dog, about how it's deaf now, so it's a lot better around the house because he can't hear the fireworks. Same thing with Caesar. I'm happy that he's deaf, so now he won't freak out anymore. Like he'll be nice and calm. He's good to go.
Are all dogs? I'm certain there's some dogs that don't give a shit
Yeah,
about
there's
fireworks,
some that
right?
don't care.
Well, there's
both mine do. They're scared of shit.
Yeah,
Some of those dogs, like weenie dogs, I've seen in the America's Funniest Home Videos. The guy will throw an M80 and
They'll
they'll
go
run
chase
and
it,
they'll
yeah.
grab it.
Oh, yeah.
Blow his fucking ears off.
What? They don't
That's a
show that.
different-
on
No, they don't show that, but they cut away.
Yeah,
Oh,
it cuts
sorry.
off real quick.
Yeah.
You know, I
Fucking
put on America's Funniest Home Videos for my sons,
What'd
and
they think?
they loved it.
I
was
told
like,
you.
you're
Did
right.
you watch Holey Moley?
Although I watched it with the new incarnation with Carlton,
Yeah,
it's not as
good.
good.
He's not good. You
Dude,
gotta. Yeah.
don't tell me you watched Holey Moley.
I loved Holey Moley.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
because
I've been
only
seeing the ads for it. Me and my
know what
husband
that
just
is.
look at each other. We're like, this looks like a hunk of shit.
it is a hunk of shit, but it's a good hunk of shit because Rob Riggle knows it's a hunk of shit, so he shits on it the whole time.
What is it? You told me to watch
It's
it.
mini golf, but it's like Steph
Extreme.
Curry's extreme mini golf. So
Yeah.
you've got robots playing, and people are flying out of cannons. There's all
Why
kinds
is
of
Steph
crazy.
Curry involved?
It's his show.
It's
Like
his show.
apparently he's trying to what do you call that? Diversify. Like throw the media net out. And
It's a weird thing.
He's-
Steph Curry's like, I want to do a show about mini golf.
apparently he loves
Rob
golf.
Riggle.
Laundering money.
No, apparently he loves golf. Like he's a really good golfer, and he loves mini golf. So he got approached to be an executive producer for the show and kind of come up with the gags, and he did it. We watched it last night. It's a giant hunk of shit, but if you have kids, it's perfect because Rob Riggle shits on he shits on the show the whole time.
Who are the contestants? Who are the competitors?
They're just like actors or just people that they found. They do the thing that early Ninja Warrior used to do, where they make them dress like in sort of what they do.
Oh, yeah.
So you had like American man with the fanny pack, all America pants versus Canada man who had like like
a Mountie hat.
Yeah, well, he had like a lumberjack hat and a red flannel. Yeah, it's a hunk of shit.
Okay.
But your kids might like it. I knew your boys like mini golf, so that's why I texted you guys because I know your boys are
So
like.
let's dumb down the kids more and watch them like hunk of shit that have no.
No,
like,
it's just laughing. It's funny.
And do they're competing against each other, and Rob Riggle's calling the actual match, and like, like how exciting could that be? Like you're like,
like
he hit it
people are
off the
like the first one
windmill
that my daughter it proved to me that my daughter might be either racist or she is loves just people falling down, which I think there's a lot of people that like both of those.
Yeah.
And it was an Asian lady, and she putted through a windmill, but the windmill has these giant like fan blades that are foam. And this lady got hit so fucking hard with this fan blade, it blew her into the fucking flowers into the shit water.
Well, why'd she get hit by it?
How do you get hit?
Because she has to run through too.
Oh, so it's like stuff like that.
Yeah,
okay.
it's
I thought they were just playing mini golf.
It's kind of like Wipeout meets
mini golf.
Oh,
Yeah.
so they're mini
And
golfing
this
through
lady, she got
obstacle
hit
course.
so hard by the windmill that it broke the fucking windmill, and she went flying. Like I thought she got killed.
Oh, well, I'll watch that.
And my
Tell me
daughter,
what she said.
laughed so hard she's crying, and then they kept going slow mo, and Rob Riggle's going, "Whoa!" Like he's just doing all his
All
thing.
right, I'm in with you.
It's really stupid.
Yeah.
Look,
I
I'm
thought
not
it was
saying,
real stupid
I'm
before.
not saying
Oh,
it's
she didn't
great.
say anything. Oh, I thought you said she said something.
No,
No,
just
she
because
just
she's
laughed.
Asian.
Look,
it's
it is-
funnier.
I was like,
It
oh,
is-
she didn't see those because of her eyes or something like that.
No,
okay.
I mean that would be
Jesus Christ.
that'd be a completely different show. It's not. It is not good TV. All right, it's not Handmaid's Tale. It's not Game of Thrones. It's a shitty ABC family show, but it's out there. So check it out with your kids. They might like it.
Let's do some gripes and gratefuls.
All right, gripes and gratefuls. There we go.
What the hell is wrong with the kids today? Always on Facebook, having their say. It's always complains all about their life. Pull up a chair, motherfucker, with the world of riots. Riots. The world of riots. I'm a rapping robot, and it's time you all know. Dan and I've been fucking after every single show. I know that band has a Y and auger, and after I kill them there will be no other riots.
I forgot I made this in
Where's my brain?
Yeah, it does. It's hard
Trying to hear it, I was like,
The robot rapping is like a.
Yeah,
It seems like a
I'm a real boy.
that's the part that Sam didn't like.
It's like 0.1.
Yeah, you played it over and over for like an hour. I thought I was going to lose my mind.
Please don't take away your love. You are my everything. I don't want to die.
All right.
Creepy as fuck.
Inside the twisted mind of Dan.
I forgot I made that. I really did. I was like, what the fuck is this? I played it, and I'm like, who would fucking make this? This is dumbest shit. Okay.
Real quick, gripes brought to you by TomandDanCruise2020.com.
Yes, sir. Get on that cruise. That's a grateful. That's not a gripe. Let's go with Tommy's first. Tommy says, and this one kind of ties in to something that I brought Samantha on. Was it Monday?
Yes.
I brought you a Happy Meal.
Last week. No. It was this week, right?
I think it was Monday. Yeah. Shit,
It was your birthday.
all round
after your
together.
birthday weekend.
Yeah, I went to, just so you guys know, I went to McDonald's for my birthday celebration because I asked my daughter where we should go and where she wanted to take me. And she said, I'm taking you to Old McDonald's. And it was so cute that I was like, fuck it, we're going to Old McDonald's. And we went there, and to be quite honest with you, I didn't eat much because it's not what it's. I'm trying to lose weight. It's not on my trading table. So I probably ate healthier there than I would have. If I'd gone to Ruth's Chris, I would have literally done 1,500 calorie steak, all based in butter. Here, I ate one cheeseburger. I sat quietly while I watched a bum shit his pants.
I did, and then I text you when
I
you
sent
text
you
me
pictures.
and you were like, "Here's me eating at McDonald's." I was like, "I thought you needed a Hatchet Man tattoo or Adidas slides to get in there."
And a kid, when you said that, Andrea spit her nuggie out because there was a kid with Adidas slides on.
Yeah, I know.
You nailed it.
Yeah,
it's almost like you know that stuff.
Yeah, and so and it was also I then I thought I was like, I wonder if any of our listeners saw you in there. Like, oh, times are running tough.
Yeah. Let's go with Tommy's then. He says McDonald's Happy Meal toys were Smurfs. Get your shit together, McDonald's. My kids know the movie came out in 2017. Grateful this is my only gripe. So apparently the McDonald's that he went to, his kids got...
Outdated.
I mean,
Smurfs.
like 2 years old. 3 years old almost.
The plastic garbage toys, they make me
They're
mad
not
at
as
this point.
good,
I'm like,
yeah.
oh my God, you're filling up the landfills with this garbage.
Oh.
Like every time my kid gets something like a toy from McDonald's, it's such garbage that they don't even like it.
Yeah.
They look at it, they're like, oh, okay, and then ends up on the floor, and I'm punting it in the trash. I'm like, God damn it! Then I start thinking about the billions of toys they created that are just going to eventually land in the land. Like no one keeps McDonald's toys
But you
for
can't have
more than a
plastic
week.
straws. That's what's
You know what I have a lot of from McDonald's? And Maisie's only been there, I want to say like maybe 4 times. Like less than 5. She's only been to McDonald's. I have like, for some reason in my house, I have like 3 like little Groots.
Like, from the movie?
From Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And I'm like, what the, like, I don't even know what that is. Like, I'm so distanced from any of that. Like, I have no idea what any of it means. Like it's meaningless to me. Then we went to Chick-fil-A one day, and she got a kid's meal, and it came with a bug catcher.
Okay, at least that's something educational kind of.
Yeah, but she was using it's like a little plastic bin and a little clear bin that you can scoop bugs into, and then like kind of torture them, I guess.
Like cook them alive in there?
No, I mean, like, but we put an ant in there, and then she was feeding it like potato chips. I mean, like, I guess. I mean, I don't know. I mean, Chick-fil-A, they used to put. Anybody here remember when Chick-fil-A used to put in fucking biblical shit?
No, they did?
Yeah, I remember when you used to get like toys in the Chick-fil-A kids meal, and the toy you got was like a mini Bible or like a tiny, like almost like not necessarily full on religion, but just angled towards it.
Oh, yeah.
Like a pamphlet.
One of the giraffes from the Ark.
Remember those pamphlets you used to see around town that like shame you into like not masturbating and shit, but it's a cartoon.
A tiny fetus heart, and they're like, this is beating, technically. Don't kill me. Don't kill me. Horrible. Like, goddamn, just trying to get some little chicken nuggies.
All right. Gripe number 2. This is from Christian. He says, fuck you pieces of shit, learn how to drive. The right lane is the merging lane or the exit lane. The middle lane is the fucking traveling lane. And the left lane is the goddamn passing lane. And don't turn your fucking blinkers on in the goddamn rain. And then his grateful is, my wife is okay after her brand new car got rear-ended. So I'm glad she's okay as well, Christian. That's a big deal.
That's a huge pet peeve of mine, man. Huge.
You get really, really bent out of shape about that?
I get bad. And the only time my temper flares is when I'm driving. And then I have a thing of pennies ready for it.
What do you do?
No,
throw at the person?
No,
what if Seth, what if you throw some pennies at someone and it causes them to lose control and you kill someone?
Good thing I have a Hellcat and I can just fucking 190.
There's cameras everywhere now.
That is a terrible thing to say.
Yeah. Then you're in jail for the rest of your life over some dumb shit. They're going too slow.
I do road rage. I've told you guys about that where I got out and yelled at the guy and had a kid in the back and I stopped and I felt bad, but then I went back and yelled at him.
Yeah, but you felt bad, but then you went back.
Because this kid's gonna grow up to be an asshole just like him, probably. So
don't blame the kid.
I'm joking. I'm halfway joking.
That kid probably hasn't bad enough.
The thought of not
right.
Like I don't understand the thought of like not controlling myself like during heightened anger. Like I never get to that point.
You're not that guy.
No. So I don't understand.
I get it a little bit. Sam gets it a little bit. Butler gets it a little bit. I think everybody but you probably has that.
It's probably it's a mental block.
I would say it's actually a plus for you though, man. It's a good thing.
Yeah, but what
it keeps you out.
But you guys have a natural You're getting some release that I'm not
testosterone.
getting.
No, that's true. The release is the only benefit we get though. I think you probably went out like it's a good thing to have. It's almost like if you couldn't feel pain, like if I couldn't feel pain. I mean, there is good quality in that. You know?
But it will get you in trouble. Like
when my arm's severed and I don't know.
Or your hand's on the. You're like, what stinks? And it's on the goddamn oven and
what
burning.
stinks?
Your own skin burning.
Oh, I've shit in my koi pod. I'm going to keep bringing it up. I'm sorry.
That's all right. I got mad at my friend. For my last party, they all sat. Thank God I didn't have my turtles yet. I got them right after. They all sat in my car. I had like a floating island in there, nice lights and stuff like that. All 3 or 4 of them went in there, sat, and like broke everything. I got pissed. I went over and was like, you assholes. I'm like, come on, I'm throwing a nice thing. And they had it and they cracked an egg on my head. Like they had an egg.
Oh, they bullying you?
They're bullying me. I was so mad.
The turtles did?
No, my friend. They're sitting in my turtle my koi pond.
They're your
I went
gym
over there to
friends,
yell at them. No, they're my other friend. They're my other friends.
Oh.
So they get out and they're like, sorry, crack, and they crack an egg on my head.
Well,
I got so pissed. Like I felt my temper go up there.
Were they just sitting there like, let's go sit in Seth's
Yeah,
koi
just
pond
to
and
be-
break
and
his
it's
shit?
disgusting because it's like I wouldn't want to sit in there anymore.
Hey, Dan Paul from our Twitch chat room, twitch.tv/Tom and Dan Live, brings up a good point. He wants you to ask the dent in your refrigerator about your temper. Why did it flare that day?
I was a younger gentleman at that time. Probably
His
testosterone was
testosterone's
higher.
Yeah.
Also,
Although now your testosterone's higher, you might start punching again.
Punchin Turtles.
I also like I
Might
was,
be the name of the show is Punchin Turtles.
I was betting
Not
too
my
much. I couldn't lose. Because there was a lot of
So
repercussions.
this is
to lose.
before you decided to like do little penny bets?
Well, no, because back when, for whatever reason, back in the Brett Bushy days, like we were betting like thousands of dollars a week.
It got
like,
out of
it got
hand.
out of hand.
Yeah,
Like
it
I was
got out of
betting
hand.
way
Were you
too
really?
much.
Yeah.
Dude, I was meeting the bookie and we were exchanging like stacks of cash, like couple $1,000s each time at the old Shell gas station. He'd pull up, we'd pull up each other like
degenerate.
like
Like
two
cops
cops,
do.
like
Yeah.
two cops too, and we'd exchange bags of money back and forth. Because also I was betting for a lot of other people too, like, and I was the money runner.
That's not good,
like a
man.
bunch of other rich guys are using me as their money runner
man.
clown in case so I get killed by the bookie
yeah.
when I don't show up with the money. A lot of dumb things. Then there was that time at the Italian restaurant that I'm picking up a package for the bookie.
I remember
and then
that.
they're all scared, and I'm like, shit, I gotta stop doing this.
Yeah, I remember that.
It's ridiculous.
I remember that
It was
one.
a-
That,
yeah,
that one
it's-
is like,
I don't know what I was thinking. It was before kids. I was younger, dumber.
yeah, what was that movie with Leonardo DiCaprio and Jack Nicholson?
The Departed.
The Departed. It had a very The Departed feel to
Oh
it.
yeah.
Next thing you know, you're dead in an elevator.
I was also betting money on arena football games, and the money was coming from owners of
Yeah. Well, they knew what they were doing, yeah.
Like I was like, if their bookie finds out,
They were definitely throwing games.
Was that during the bet of or the dare or whatever with cutting your leg off for the millions that I said I would do for you?
That was no.
You would still do that?
For how much was it?
It was.
I mean,
Was
you're
it
having a
6
hard enough
million?
time with a staph
Four-
infection. I mean,
Yeah, but
can you
it's-
imagine healing
I
a
think it was
leg
4 million.
amputation?
Yeah,
but then
5
Then I don't
million.
have to worry about anything anymore. Everything that everyone expects of me with the gym, I can just I'm done.
The problem
I
is
have no leg. I can't do anything anymore.
yeah,
just check out.
but 4 million. Then like
it's really not that much.
you buy a nicer house, like all of a sudden, then you got like 3 million, and then like 10 years from now, that dwindled down with some vacation.
I would invest in a turtle farm.
And then you got no leg, and
lot
you
of
got
punching.
1 million left, and you're like, fuck! You know what I'm saying? That's the
that's true.
problem.
That's true.
Believe me, I've done the math in my head.
But I'm
I
not
thought
that
about it.
stupid with money. I could probably make that 4 until like.
Oh, Tracy's in our Twitch chat room, twitch.tv/Comedy and Live. She said, should I call Dice Man?
You can go. Well, no, that's all off. I don't even know if
Is
it's
it
real.
off? Let's get it started again.
It wouldn't.
Let's bring it back.
I think it was just a
Do you
joke.
think
I don't
how,
think it
mu-
was
how
real.
much do you think Dice Man would give one of our listeners for cutting off their leg?
No, he didn't want that because believe me, people begged me to let them do. Yeah. They
Yeah,
told
I was one
me,
of 'em.
dude, I got some
Yeah, you got some sad
a
stories.
bunch of really sad emails.
But
People
nobody
begging me.
wants
That,
a fucking Oxycontin addict's leg. Nobody wants that.
people were saying, "I'll split it with you. I'll take half it. I'll come." Like, so I would get nothing.
just cut
I get 2 million just for
setting up the thing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good deal. Oh,
Yeah.
Just for brokering the deal.
I told
what
him
kind
to
of piece
broker
of
the
shit
deal,
am I?
but he was convinced that he wanted to do it for a little bit.
Because it all came from he offered his buddy 50 grand for a testicle. And he had the surgeon in Brazil that was going to take his testicle out, and then they were going to put it in a
Shit,
jar.
I could think I could take my own testicle out.
Yeah, because they were
Not for
replace it
50 grand.
with a noodle. The thing is,
Not for 50
The
grand.
guy already had
For $1 million, I would razor blade my nuts and pull my testicle out.
No.
And then cut my vas deferens, and then away
Dude,
we go.
a doctor will put
and
you
I
to
just call an
sleep.
ambulance. I'm like, I'm
What did you-
stupid. I'm fucking rich. Don't care.
Then your dog's over.
I'd do
Yeah.
it for 100.
Yeah.
100
Dude,
G?
less than that.
100,000.
Well, here's the thing: you don't have kids, but this guy
you
had a
want kids?
vasectomy already.
fuck it, I'm
So
good.
what do you need a testicle for? Like,
Yeah.
if
You
you
still
have
have kids that want testicle.
What?
You can still have
It's
kids
possible,
that want
yeah.
testicle.
I don't want my testicles anymore.
No, me neither.
Would you leave the
that's-
skin, or
yes,
would
you
you have
want
it like
them. That's-
tightened
that's
up?
Oh, I'd tuck it inside. Yeah, I'd have it removed.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just want the shaft coming straight out.
The balls are.
Yeah, it's way
Yeah.
I'll get a zipper put on it and
Yeah.
hide shit in there.
I want it to look like
stash
a-
bag.
Gross.
Hide your weed in
I
there.
want
Weed
the
in there,
balls
yeah.
gone. I want it to look like a 2008 BMW handle on the side of a 3 Series. And it's clean. It's cleaner without the balls. Kind of fuck it all up.
Yeah.
I think I can
Slapping sound. That's the best.
I don't need a
that.
slapping sound.
Yeah.
I can look into it with my mouth. And, like I don't know.
All right. Next right.
This is from Chrissy is the next gripe. She says, gripe, being in the family biz means I'm constantly connected to work even on vacation. Grateful the vacation that I'm going on is to Croatia to live on a yacht for a week. I'll take a few emails in exchange for that opportunity.
No, all right. Yeah.
What do you do on a yacht in Croatia for a week?
I think Croatia has some real nice
Beautiful
beachfront.
beaches.
Like yeah. Like
I didn't know that.
I didn't know. Like, remember when Russia had their the Olympics over there, and they were like showing the beaches and stuff.
Sochi?
I didn't have no idea Russia had beaches. Like I'm an idiot, but of course they.
You
do.
don't watch enough porn.
But then I see places. I'm like,
They
it looks like
always
the
have-
Bahamas
yeah.
there.
Yeah, they always have
yeah.
hot girls on beaches.
I know.
I have a friend
Definitely
in
not real
Kiev, Ukraine right now doing some beer thing, and it's beautiful. It's amazing.
Oh, that's right. What happened to the Russian you were dating?
I told you I called it off, and she cried. She dropped the L word. I said, "No, I'm not feeling that way."
Oh, she
broke her
okay.
heart.
We talked about it.
Broke her heart. You punched her turtle.
I did. And then she blocked me from Instagram.
Oh,
Yeah.
so we can't get those sweet ass pictures anymore. I was following her for. Okay, hey, hook me up.
You got a Finsta?
What?
No.
Spinster? What?
Next.
Finsta.
This is from Matt. Matt says, gripe, loan officers add complexity to mortgages to dissuade customers from doing the simple math required to figure out your monthly payment. Grateful I'm glad my mom spent time with me when I was little and helped develop my brain. I'm not a super high IQ person, but due to my mom's early intervention, I am smart enough to figure out things like mortgage payments.
All right. I don't know what he's.
What's he griping about?
Yeah, the loan officer.
Yeah, I don't know. That's just go to Streamline. You'll be
yeah.
But I would say the reason I threw this one in there because I was looking for ones that got like thumb ups is for this one, and I'm hating doing this, and I know that you and I've talked about this before, so I thought we could chat about this for a second. But like it's getting to the point where now you and I are having to sit down with our kids. And do like homework or like do projects and shit with them. And this
Sounds
is
like he doesn't know.
I've done some stuff.
Okay.
it fucking sucks.
Yeah.
It sucks.
I could see there's going to be a point where and it's going to happen fast where it's going to be sad what happened when they
You won't be able to help them.
like the
Yeah.
algebra
in first
comes
or
in.
second grade they're going to be like, what? I'm like, I got nothing. Like, you
Hire a tutor.
Yeah.
Plus a negative what?
They're gonna
Yeah.
age out in like 5 years.
When I couldn't even read them the comic book, that I knew
No,
at that point.
yeah, I got a lot of email about that. They were like,
If you can't really read comic books, I mean, maybe you should look for another job.
like people to me, and I'm like, no, he plays it
That's
up.
what my son's
He
doing.
plays it up like Seth plays it up. I mean, he's not dating teens.
It's pretty cool.
Pretty cool. Who's playing it up more?
I don't know. I think me and Seth, we look at each other's eyes. We're like, don't
talk about it.
After we leave, I'm not gonna ask you. You don't ask me. Get in our car.
We should do
Yeah, he's
spelling
like-
bee with
so-
Tom and Seth.
So spelling
no,
teens.
no,
So
no.
it's like, it says like, can you read? And you're like, and then you're like, you know teens? And then you just drive away. Here's our last one from Jamie Lee. Everybody knows her. Customers who try to take advantage of the system. A bra you bought 12 years ago is bound to break. No, I will not refund you the $60 you think it is worth. And then her grateful is for the corporate customer service lady that laughed when I called this in and told me I made her day.
All right. Yeah. People often
gross, first
try
of all.
to.
Yeah, that is kind of
Who has
People
a
are
bra?
s-
I don't have underwear that are a year old, let alone a bra.
Whoa, I got underwear that's 10 years old.
Really?
I think. Yeah.
I wear mine a lot because of training and stuff, so I get holes in everywhere.
Where do you get holes the most?
But right in the butthole.
He's burning a hole through it.
Why do you get in the
Right,
He's,
right on
he's
the
farting
butt.
so hot, it's burning
I
a
don't
hole.
think. I mean, that might be part of it. And I think the other part of it is I kick in them all the time, and it just stretches out in the butthole.
Oh,
Because
no.
I kick and
You
just grapple. My
How
grapple.
is your butthole?
It's good.
Is it though? I mean,
Yeah.
you got roids, right? We've talked about this, you and I.
Yeah.
Like, but do you ever feel like it's losing its elasticity or anything?
No.
Because I kind of feel like turds are falling out of me now.
Oh no, I wish it was like that.
And I think
Mine
it
are
has
tight.
to do with the guy that called in 2 weeks ago that talked about digging in the what he said, like cleaning the bread bowl. We talked about, and I've been doing that.
No, don't do it.
I can't. It's
What
like
do you mean you can't? You
it's
can't
like
stop.
it's like
No.
mind control.
No.
It's like you with Google Calendar. I can't figure it out.
No,
I have to do it.
It's not the same. 100%. Like, you don't have to do it. Like,
I feel like I do now.
Just stick a finger to clean it better. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, some one of our listeners was cleaning himself after he pooped, but inside.
Yeah.
What did he say? Cleaning out the attic?
But you do it with a wet wipe, not a toilet paper.
No, I do it with the toilet paper.
No.
That's
Dry.
It's like going in dry.
No, you get the first one that's there's a lot of moisture
What are you
there.
cleaning though? That's the inside of your
I don't know
clothes.
what I'm cleaning.
I don't use toilet paper
Honestly,
anyway.
I don't know
You
what's
can never
down there.
totally clean it.
I don't know what's down there. So you're asking me what am I cleaning? I don't know.
It's like cleaning your tires on your car, like the tread. I was like, why are you doing that? It's gonna get dirty one roll.
There's a nail in there too.
Why are you cleaning the tread of your tires?
That's why everyone
clean the
should have-
sidewalls. Idiot.
Put some armor all on there.
That's why everyone should have the Toto toilets. That's like the most sanitary thing ever.
Yeah, but
That's
then
why
like
use
when
it
I
every
go
day.
out, like when it hits me because I don't have a gallbladder.
I usually don't go.
So when I dunk my breadstick into the Alfredo at Olive Garden and then immediately have to run to the bathroom because I'm going to spray shit my pants like I did it at my. Never mind.
God damn it.
Too much information.
Let's do some emails because I feel like Samantha. Let's just go through as many emails.
Yeah,
as
and
we
I got
can
new ones I
before-
can even print her.
Okay.
That well, it's only 3. I think she's relatively up to date. So Sam, jump into emails.
Do you guys ever give the email address? Like, where's that information?
Well,
show at tomondan.com. That's all you need to know.
Yeah,
show at tomondan.com or just go to the website.
You can send them directly to
Because
Samantha.
maybe I'll send some for my Finsta. I don't know.
It's
like that.
Sam at tomondan.com if you want to send them directly to Samantha, and we'll read your emails. All right.
Yeah, I don't
First
have the
email.
old intro.
That's
queued
fine.
up,
Yeah,
let's jump into it.
So I work for a small construction restoration company. Family-owned, very small outfit. A foreman and laborer just up and left recently, leaving only 2 foremen and 3 laborers. I am one of those foremen. I recently got a job offer I can't refuse. Better pay, full benefits, retirement, the whole 9 yards. My question is, given the circumstance of the 2 guys leaving, I feel bad leaving my boss shorthanded after he just bumped me up in pay. How should I break the news? I want to be as direct as possible without sounding like a dickhead. I was going to give the normal 2-week notice. To make matters a little more awkward, I'm kind of tied to the family who owns the business. That is a tough situation.
That is tough
Well, how's he
because
tied to the family?
Maybe married
Marriage,
somebody
then
in the
that's
family.
real tough.
here's the thing.
Yeah.
If you're just friends.
Ooh.
My wife was in a similar situation one time with a job that she was leaving, and she knew they were shorthanded and everything, and she felt bad. And I always look at it like this: like the bigger the corporation, the easier it is to like screw them over because you're like, fuck it, they're a $1 billion corporation, they'll be fine. But when it's a family business, then you start, feeling, more emotional
But
towards it.
technically, isn't every business a family business?
Not like iHeart. Do you consider that a family business?
I mean,
or like
there's-
Coca-Cola?
They're all family there.
Isn't there a family that owns that business?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think
anymore,
so? There's
because
not one guy that owns it?
No. It's publicly owned. That's the thing. There's a CEO of it. Yeah,
Are we a family business?
we are. Yeah, because we're a small business, and me.
I
and
think
you-
we're a small business, not a family business.
You're right.
no,
Yeah, because that implies that there's family. When our sons,
Well, I mean, yeah.
when Tommy gets like 8 or 9, I mean, he's going to replace Butler, of course.
Oh, yeah.
I'd be so
He'll be-
cool to
and
have
then,
him on the
Max
podcast.
will be the new Seth.
Yeah.
And then Maisie
Once
will be
he's 18.
Samantha.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay.
It's straight up.
And then we're bullying the shit out of them.
No.
We'll just go start.
Or
our own
wait, we're
podcast.
not even doing.
And
They're
build them
doing
on.
the show.
Yeah.
Oh,
We're just
okay.
replacing. That's nepotism. That's what you
Yeah, I
do
like that.
in a family business, of course. So I think you're only responsible to do what the societal norm is, and if 2 weeks' notice is what is expected, unless there's something else in your contract or unless you agreed upon something else when you started, 2 weeks' notice is fine for everybody.
I would be upfront as possible. Let them know, like, dude, I feel terrible, but I can't pass this opportunity.
And then leaving the next day is a dickhead move. But if you say I'll give you 2 weeks to find my replacement, that's the societal norm. Then you're in the clear. I don't think you can. You're not a dick if you give that 2 weeks.
Or just take that offer that you got. I don't know if you sent an email. I wasn't listening all the way, but if you take that offer, if you take that offer that you got and go to him and be like, "Can you beat this?"
Yeah, that's a way to get paid more. By the way,
exactly. Why can't you do that?
In fact, that's really the only way to get paid more. And
it really is.
Yeah, you just go and be like, "Hey, this company offered me this much more. I'll stay if you pay me that. If not, I'm going there."
It's like bribing. I'm kind of
yeah.
It's good.
If and they are not even going to get mad because they would probably do the same thing. I mean, I'm sure they don't expect you to be like. Unless you are part of their family, to be loyal beyond money, that's ridiculous to expect your employee to be loyal to the point where they're hurting themselves. Like, that's ridiculous.
Agreed.
All right, next email.
Okay. Hello from Northern California. I heard you wonder if there is a Bigfoot museum, and there is in Willows Creek, California. It's supposed to be the ground zero for Bigfoot sightings. Rob Lowe did a show there with his son. Bobcat Goldthwait filmed a movie about it called Willow Creek. I've been through there many times, but have never stopped to check it out. And then he gave us a link to check it out. So
yeah, did anybody watch that show that Rob Lowe did with his sons?
I didn't even know about it.
Wasn't it called The Lowe Files?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think it was called The Lowe Files. And it was Rob Lowe and then his sons, and they're like, you know, he's like, I'm Rob Lowe, and these are my sons, and we're going to go out and we're going to find the boogeyman. You know, and it was like him.
Looking for Squatch.
Yeah, and they're like, there's a lot of those shows that's like, this is a show about something that does not exist.
Yeah.
And we're going to go out there and we're going to look for it, but it's just to waste time and waste your time.
The fact that you're
be right back.
even watching the intro to this means that we've already finished and edited the show, which means we've never found anything because that would have already been instant news if we ran across a fucking Bigfoot. It'd be in my goddamn Twitter feed immediately. 10,000 pictures of it, and I wouldn't even watch the show. I'd just watch the live Twitter feed of them killing it because that's what we do when we find
Cut its head off.
things.
Cut its head off.
They're like, we trapped it. Bring in the military. Start shooting it.
Shoot it. How big is its butthole?
That's the first thing you'd want to know, right?
Do you guys remember the movie Strange Wilderness?
No.
Oh, yeah, great movie.
Fucking found Bigfoot and comes out scratching. He's like, huh? And they just start lighting it up. It's like one of the greatest.
I don't remember Strange Wilderness.
Where the shark comes out with the teeth, and it's like a famous thing where he's like, oh, like that's like a famous
I have the
part.
trailer.
Oh,
Right
it's fuck. Oh my
What-
god, are you kidding me?
Here's the trailer.
Okay.
Oh, it's fucking hilarious.
Here, I'll put this on.
What year is this?
Get really high and watch this.
Is this an old?
Over here we spot some South American gazelles. This gazelle is eating a flower. This lion is eating the gazelle, but he'll probably spit out the flower.
This is it? Our entire voiceover for our show on bears is written on a cocktail napkin?
Yeah, we wrote it last night at PJ Mahoney's.
That's great. Bears derive their name from a football team in Chicago. No, wrong. It is estimated that bears kill over 2 million salmon a year. Attacks by salmon on bears are much more rare. All right, that's got to be true,
Seth's
right?
cracking
All right,
up.
let's go with that one.
It's a dumb comedy, but it's
I think
got its moment.
Yeah.
When did this come out?
2012.
All right.
All right.
I just saw another movie the first time. I thought it was out just brand new, but all my friends were like, "Dude, Seth, it's been out since 2011." Your Highness, with
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I was like, I watched it on Amazon last time. I'm like, oh, this is great. I text all my friends, like, you guys got to watch this. They're like, they sent me some 1930s movie, like, yeah, this is cool too. Watch this.
Oh, be
You're an
careful.
old man.
Skirt.
Oh, skirt. Yeah. I was like, damn it.
I thought you were going to talk
just
about what's the Bigfoot movie with the
Harry and the
Harrison
Henderson.
That movie I watched over. and
Didn't the
over
guy
and
that
over.
wore the suit die, or is that a urban legend?
I think he did die because he probably had gigantism.
Oh,
and,
no.
No,
Because he got thrown off the car.
No, because he was too hot in the suit. I had heard.
Oh.
See, we all have different stories, which leads me to believe that this is not
I
true.
just made that up. No,
I thought the actor died that
He
was
did.
wearing that.
It was wearing
no,
the costume.
no. I
John
thought
Lithgow, wasn't it?
No,
I heard that
he
it
was
that's the
in that,
dad.
though.
That's the dad,
I heard that it was an
right, yeah.
actual Bigfoot doing that whole movie, and they just hit it the whole time.
If you hit a Bigfoot, I question whether anybody would strap it to their car, then take it back to their house. That's
It would fuck up your station wagon.
yeah. Also, it was obviously still breathing, right? Like, I'd be scared out of my mind.
It was like 8 feet tall, like 400 pounds, and they threw it on the fucking roof of their station wagon.
There's no way that family could even lift it.
Not a
It's
chance.
such a good classic movie, though. Now it would be done with CGI. It wouldn't be the same thing. Like, I
And they
love
domesticated
movies
it.
that are
So dumb.
Does anybody here believe in anything supernatural whatsoever? I wish we.
I'm back and forth fourth on the fence with ghosts.
Yeah. There's the. What about you, Seth?
If there is such thing as a ghost, it's not like a spirit entity. It has something to do with time dilation and like going forward and backwards in time and having leftover energy kind of that was still there. So there's
unfinished business.
There's a
Casper fan.
No, there's a scientific reason for an energy that might have been there in the past still being there, or something like that. It's not an actual spirit or ghost or thing. So
Do they have a consciousness?
No,
They have no idea.
No,
So
I don't think they have an idea. Unless the one that was blowing in my face in St. Augustine was like doing
Excuse
it on purpose.
me?
That was I had the craziest experience in St. Augustine.
Oh my God, tell me. I love ghost stories.
Was it an Airbnb? Was it
the
an
only
old man?
thing-
Yeah, I like it was like, unless it was the ghost in St. Augustine that was blowing me.
Blowing in my face.
You got a ghost
blowing
shop?
in my face. It was
No.
going. And I sat there, froze, sweating. I didn't want to open my
Did
eyes.
you see something?
Nothing. And then I heard swords clanging outside my bedroom. What? And then I heard arguing in Spanish and swords clanging.
Oh, okay.
And something
Come
blowing.
on,
I swear to God on the Bible.
Conquistador ghost.
Dude, I was sweating.
There's
blood.
some reenactors fucking
No,
getting one last
I'm
practice.
just telling you.
in.
I'm just telling you. Exactly
Hey, there's
what I
a
heard.
sleeping guy with weird ears blowing his face.
But the thing
Clang your
is,
sword.
all the people that stayed there before all had stories too, like crazy stories like that in that specific house. And it
Well,
was
did
one,
you read that before you went? Because that could
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
okay.
no. I
That's
didn't
confirmation
before.
bias,
No,
right?
no, I
Like you
didn't.
go
Yeah.
there, it's the seeds are planted, then you're looking for
Exactly.
people that felt the same
So
thing.
you're sitting there with your eyes closed, paralyzed in fear.
I was so
while-
scared, bro.
while
I never get scared, but I was frozen. Like I thought I would be able to fight if I was scared. Like I was that scared. I was like,
Oh.
and I didn't move.
So
and I,
let me get this straight.
Oh,
You're
where's
not
Professor Green, my turtle?
no one was.
You're not afraid of Kimbo Slice
well.
wanting to kick your ass
Yeah.
at the time.
Conquistador ghost.
He got into the
Fucking
ring
ghost
with
and-
Bob
I was in-
Sapp.
I was in-
Yeah,
I was
Bob
in-
Sapp!
I was in middle school.
You want to be afraid of something? Be afraid of Bob
Oh,
Sapp.
he was a kid. He was a kid.
Actually, you
By
know
the way,
what's funny?
look
I
up the
just found
video.
a
Okay,
picture
play the
me
video of Seth
from that
fighting
trip.
Bob Sapp.
I just found a picture of me from that trip. I was
What?
like 11 years old, 12 years old.
Why are you standing like that with
Badass.
your boy?
You guys
Yeah,
are
yeah, yeah.
modeling.
He was
crazy.
sitting right next
Let
to
me
me.
see. Wow.
Why were you
look
two
at
That was
you.
boners?
interesting.
Yeah, why is your boner?
Why are you not the
That's how you.
butler?
That's how you stand when you're.
Are you
12.
putting
like a
your
prom
Oh my
photo.
God, you're lifting your friend's umbros with your boner.
That was from that vacation. His family took me there. That's so funny.
But I'm saying, it's just like you had the balls that at one time to fight Bob Sapp, the scariest human
He's
that
the
I've ever
scariest
seen.
human in the world.
It's like he's a goddamn giant. He's the mountain.
You can't knock out a. You can't knock out CT. You can't knock out a ghost.
Dude, how big was Bob Sapp?
6'7", 370.
My
Oh
God.
my God! 6'7", 370. This is when you dislocated your arm. Oh, you knocked him down. It kind of looks fake right there.
No, they slow motion it at the end, and you see the punch.
Like, I don't believe that you knocked down this goddamn
Yeah,
mountain.
that guy-
Go to the
My
end. They show
God,
you. They
that
show
man
the
is
punch.
huge.
Where
Yeah, no, it's a novel. Like, and they
Right
have
there?
him. Is Bob Sapp still
Boom.
alive?
This is at the no. This is at the very end. This is where my. This is where my armor gets dislocated right there. The one before that, they show in slow motion, and I hit him.
You were punching the shit out of him, man.
Yeah.
So had you not gotten injured, that would have probably gone a different way.
I think
you
he was slow. He hit
I was
hard,
gonna
but he
say
was just
slow, yeah.
He was so
Yeah.
slow.
Yeah,
Wow.
but still, he's a fucking giant.
That's scary.
I hear the sword.
Yeah, but if
The
he's
swords I didn't care about was the blowing in the face because I felt
Uh-oh.
air on my face and
They're blowing air at me.
God damn it!
I don't
I mean, I can handle Bob Sapp, but goddamn air.
were you under the air conditioning vent?
see. I don't know. Maybe that I was young. Maybe that's what happened. But during the moment, I felt my friend. We were sleeping in the same bed.
Oh,
We were in middle school.
Oh yeah, yeah.
My
Have a gay
pee-pee hurts.
experience, make up a ghost. That's what I would do too.
I've frozen his ear.
My dad's like, Dan Lee, did you suck your best friend Dave's dick? I ghost. It was ghost.
sawghost.
I froze it in fear. I heard the swords and that blew in my face. My pee-pee hurts.
That wasn't a sword. That wasn't a sword.
Whatever. You can laugh all you want, but it really happened. And I still don't believe in ghosts.
I can
of it,
hear
but-
our swords. It sounds oddly like two penises slapping together.
That was my only.
You should have never told us.
Yeah, I know. Apparently, not. Apparently, I'm just masking that for my homosexual encounter with my best friend.
All right, next.
Maybe I did. I don't know.
I just finished the BDM fishing trip show, and I almost had the same trip last week. I went out of Canaveral Tuesday, I think the day after you guys went, trolled for mahi, couldn't buy a bite, and spent the whole time clearing weeds off the baits. Went in to try for kingfish and nothing there either. My buddy then pulls a banana out for his lunch and proceeds to tell him that it's all his fault. I'm glad that even a pro team gets skunked occasionally too. Sam, in regards to peeing on the boat, the ladies on my boat always just use the back live well. I'd turn on the pump and look forward like a proper gentleman. You sit on the live well like a seat and it flushes out the drain. Bingo bongo.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Hold on, do you think Samantha's gonna be like, everybody look forward, I'm gonna pull my pants down and piss into the boat?
Yeah, but you gotta say it like this. You gotta be like, turn around, I'm pissing in the live well.
Great voice. I think the whole point was Samantha knew there was options, didn't like any of them.
She's not an idiot. I mean, she's a fucking smart human being. She can do whatever she
Everybody
wants.
was offering me White Claw. I'm like, nope, I'm holding out
she
so that I
didn't
don't have to go pee.
She had a
I missed the
drink.
story, I guess.
She had a drink before we got on the boat. She went and peed before we got on the boat, and then that was the last beverage I saw her consume.
We went
No,
fishing.
I took a White Claw because you guys were like, oh, we're on our way back. And I was like, well, how long does it take to get back? You guys were like, 20 minutes.
Oh,
I'm like,
yeah,
all
that's
right.
right.
And then you guys like went to another spot,
That
and
was-
then you're
don't
doing
knock
backflips
guys.
off
She
the
wouldn't
fucking
pee
boat. And
on
I'm like,
the
I'm going to
boat?
piss my pants.
Well, there was no bathroom, so
So
she'd have
the
to.
whole ocean is. Are you kidding me, Sam? Really?
No.
I pissed all
Do you
over
know
my
who these
feet.
motherfuckers are? You think I'm going to jump in the middle of the ocean 40
You think
miles
they're gonna take
offshore?
off? Come
They
on.
would do some prank shit.
No.
I'd fucking die.
Not with you.
No.
With
It's just-
Butler, yes.
That's
With
what
you, no.
She also like.
I pissed
I
all
don't
over
think you
the
were-
engine, and then it started steaming over.
Me too, dude.
It's fun just to watch
everywhere.
the fish eat your poo poo, and sometimes.
It's fun to have fish eat your poo-poo sometimes, says Seth.
I was just about to say, like, hey, we're really getting on Seth too much. He's
Yeah,
I see
yeah.
it,
And then he says
he's
things like
breaking
this,
it
and then
out.
you're
back
like,
at it.
yeah.
It swung back.
It's fun to have fish eat your poo-poo sometimes.
Get him again.
It's a bad thing. It's an ocean. It's a
What,
toilet.
they'll eat your poo-poo?
Yeah.
What, so if I
I've done
shoot
it
it
a
in
couple
the
of
ocean?
Yeah, fish will eat.
Fish will eat it,
I've seen
yeah.
it.
They eat anything, right?
I used to when we used to go lobster. So the same assholes that sat in my turtle pond, we go lobstering once a year. We illegally got caught for it.
Oh,
I'm gonna put this out there. So we got caught for it. So no one has to yell tattle
For
on me.
undersized lobster?
No. It was we're called tub thumping. And there's like artificial tubs out in the ocean people place there.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
all the lobsters, and you're not supposed to lobster off anything man-made or artificial. I guess. The laws.
Everybody does that.
Yeah.
You named your game after a
Tub
Oh,
thump, the
good,
song,
no, good.
and we play it, and we
A
as we drive
Chumbawamba
out in the
song.
boat, we play that song, and we just get all pumped up for it. We're like, illegal,
You don't-
I'll get
lobster.
knocked down.
Yeah.
I don't know if this
And
is true, but
I
I
took a
used,
shit down there. It was a store. And
you swam down
right in front of
underwater?
their face. They all have GoPros. I literally swam with my ass.
Oh my
in their
God, you're a
faces
fucking
as they're
animal.
all getting lobster. It's just press on good shit. So, you know, I had to like.
I don't even know what to say.
My one friend Shark, we call him Shark. His last name is Sharky. He actually grabbed my shit and smashed out of my head.
Picked up your shit and smashed it on your head.
On God, swear to God, he didn't get. My friends are really gross.
I didn't doubt it. I don't doubt any of this.
I know.
I'm just. I'm
Because they're
repeating them
really-
again to make sure I heard it right.
So, okay. Let's back up. If you just joined us, so your friends are down lobstering.
Like
you swim
all like
down.
there's like 6 or 7 of them all like
and they're all
in a
lobstering. They got
frenzy
their tickle
lobstering.
sticks and everything, their
Yep.
bags and whatnot.
Yes,
and you
yes,
swim
that's
down, and you
I swim down
shit a
float
log
right in front of their face,
and
just,
then your friend
It was a
Sharky
log?
grabs
Oh,
it.
it was like
and
a-
then
it was a
Okay.
smashes it
and
on your head.
smash it.
You kind of
And then I
deserve it,
start gagging, almost throwing up for my own shit, which I usually don't do. I was like, remember that?
Well, you did
Yeah.
have shit on your head.
Yeah, but it's my own shit, so
Yeah,
usually that's not.
Didn't get in your hair at least.
It's true.
God damn it.
It's good.
Sorry, I get now I'm full bully.
And it's a good thing.
You're really your 90s meter.
Yeah.
You're gonna be all right. You
I got-
look lightheaded.
I
You
couldn't
okay?
help myself to say it,
okay?
but I got scared. I was like, "Oh
My God, I thought you were gonna rip your sleeves off and start dancing.
Scoop.
Put your sunglasses on and start scooping.
So what did the
Oh, my
FWC
God.
get you? What? Who got
Yeah,
you?
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Oh, so what happened was with that
You
story.
been smashing shit on your head?
luckily, me and another guy were in the boat, and then about 4 or 5 guys were out there tickling and getting them. A unmarked boat pulls up and is like, "Got anything good?" Like, "No, we're getting some stuff." So they dive in the water and they dive right next to us. They have to physically see us doing it.
Shit down
And
here.
they're like,
Arrest
hey.
him.
Someone had to wave through the shit.
Someone shit the whole
This
shit.
is definitely after the shit. And they said, "Hey, the guys on the water, hey, get on our boat. Get on our boat. You guys got to get on the boat now." And I don't know why they didn't question them. Maybe they did out there and I didn't ask them, but they got on the boat. Boat pulled up next to us. They're like, "Why are our boys on their boat? What's going on?" And then they said, "Well, we're Florida, we're Fish and Wildlife, blah, blah, blah." They got on our boat, checked everything, took 2 guys They were gonna take him in, but they left him on the boat and they just took him. And they had the court appearance and all sorts of stuff.
Yeah, it's serious, dude. If you get
technically poaching, you know.
Yeah. It's you can. I heard, and we have to look this up, but like maybe it's an urban legend. But if you get caught stealing from other people's traps, like they could technically shoot you or legally shoot you.
Oh my god!
I'd heard that like if you
stay in your lobster
if you're
ground.
stealing,
what if you're shitting them?
I think shitting is fine.
Shitting is fine. That's the only recourse you have.
It's actually better. It'll attract more crabs and shrimp.
But you will go to jail if you haul in undersized lobster tail and shit. Like they'll get you. And I think it's like a $500 or $1,000 or more fine a piece.
Yeah, I think that's what they got hit with. It was like almost like $1,000 a piece. I can't remember.
Which is weird because that's all I've ever lobstered from is like man-made shit. People throw pipes, fucking car hoods, all this stuff.
But it was literally like white tubs that you bathe in, flipped upside down. Like
Yeah. That's our best places.
Yeah, I know.
And I thought it was illegal for you to place them there yourself. But for you to just find them, you're like, hey, it was there when I got here. Like I don't know.
You just can't go seek that. You got to go find other shit.
Like natural
stuff.
Yeah, there's no natural shit left.
Yeah,
What are we supposed to do? Global warming and the fucking world's dying. I mean,
I gotta find the trash.
Yeah, I gotta eat these animals before the fucking sun burns me up.
That's all right.
All right, next email.
Dudes, I want to thank y'all so much. I found myself at the Garth Brooks concert tonight at the Swamp because my girlfriend is a huge fan. I'm not a country fan, but do appreciate quality live music, and Garth and his band did phenomenal tonight.
Yeah, they're amazing.
Not knowing any Garth songs until That Summer was played. All I had in my mind was Dee Dee's version, When I Fucked an Old Granny, Jack and a Boner, He Has a Boner, etc. Thanks, Danny Denny. You and Chief made me chuckle through the whole excruciating lame song, When Leather Turned to Lace.
That brings me up another question, and Daniel will look for the song. But Seth, have you ever you have to eat because you're
blood sugar's getting low?
What is if you waited an hour? Does it matter?
That looks like a piece of shit.
Oh wow!
What are you eating there?
It's
Goddamn
lobster
meat stick again.
It's bison.
It's a meat stick?
Yeah, it's meat stick.
Yeah.
Where do you get that?
You can get it
You get it
Publix.
in Publix. So you
Oh,
got
what the fuck?
Yeah.
Why y'all holding out on me on the bison sticks?
It's called Crave.
Epic.
Yeah.
Or Epic. Yeah. Epic bars. Yeah, they're
all
expensive as fuck.
How much are they?
No, they're not that.
I'm not a
It's
fan.
like 2 for $5 or 2 for.
That's not bad.
They're not the best.
Seth, have you ever thought about going opposite and finding yourself a sugar mama and living the rich
Ooh.
life? You know, you find a lady that's like 50.
Mama June.
No, like 50. She's in good shape. You know, she got a bunch, fake everything.
Fakos.
Yeah, but she's a million. She divorced her husband. She got half his riches, and all you have to do is to live work out all day, and every once in a while you bang her, and
There's 2 parts to that.
Okay.
First part is I'm a very, very, very visual person, like big time visual. Like, if I see something wrong, it's hard for me to like get I can't get excited.
Oh,
I can't get hard. You have a fuckle on your titty.
when the ghost is blowing in your face, you close your eyes. That's what I'm saying.
Wait, write that down.
And the second part of that is
it.
I could have had a millionaire person my age or younger than me, and I didn't do it.
No, really?
Yeah.
That she was
You know how many fucking turtles you could have?
Yeah, that's true. So it wasn't about the money.
I
I thought how shallow I am. I thought that like, if I get a rich girl, I'm killing. Yeah, but it wasn't it. It was.
She wouldn't give a fuck about your staph infection.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
One of my friends in high school.
She probably has one too.
He moved to California and he dated like the heir to the Simon Malls, like the daughter or whatever. And
Simon.
And I remember we all were telling him like, dude, just do whatever it takes to be like
I would.
like she is.
I ended up with my wife, stinky bitch.
She's bound to inherit hundreds of millions of dollars. Like you will be set for life, and they broke up.
She's
with
in the
her.
other room.
Idiot.
That's why I said that.
not to Kramer you, but I had a buddy who went to school with the Waltons at Blue Ridge Academy in Virginia.
Oh,
North
Walmart.
Carolina. Walmart ears. Yeah, fucking crazy.
I don't know though. I mean, like that's a lot of money, but you're gonna just have to. Don't tell people, you know.
Dude, the Walton. Here's the thing: you're richer than everybody.
Yeah, we're really rich. You know,
it is kind of like it depends. Like the Simon Mall is cooler than the Walmart.
Exactly.
Yeah.
it's like NASCAR money.
The heir to Nike.
You know, people are still gonna judge you.
Yeah, but still, it's you got 100 million. It's
more than that.
Oh, billions.
Yeah,
crazy.
Yeah. Well, I imagine it's split up between all.
Think
of
all billions. I think between even the grandkids are probably
and
getting.
Think about all the fucking free tackle you get from the fishing aisle. You know what I mean?
I would
Like-
chop the bottom half of my whole body off, torso off of that.
You'd just be a torso?
Just be a, you know,
Then you can't fuck
you see the guys
anything.
on the, like, oh, he's so brave, walking on his knuckles. And,
Why is that brave?
It's not.
That's all you got to do. It's
kind of
the
a
only thing you
necessity.
can do.
It's the only thing you can do.
What, to be
yeah.
a Walton? You'd be like the Jon Snow of Waltons, though. Like you'd be like you're the bastard of Waltons.
I'd be a half bastard.
Yeah.
It'd be great.
All right.
Be John Lobster shit.
Let's
I
take a
couldn't
quick.
shit anymore. Where's your ass from there?
What there's a hold on there somewhere.
Oh.
I also the same thing with the Game of Thrones when the Unsullied and stuff. They cut their dick and balls off, but how
Spoiler alert.
Well,
haven't started.
No, there's a. I mean, you still have a urethra that goes all the way in.
Yeah. So the hole is
What do you
there.
pee?
Yeah.
Does it spray everywhere?
Oh yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, sit down and pee. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And it comes out. It's a
girl.
big stream. It's like
Oh,
when
okay.
you turn on an old Florida hose that's been in the sun, and that first spurt comes out hot.
So if you have to piss, does it just like happen?
Yeah,
Like, there's no
but it
muscle
only
to kinda,
takes
like,
you.
you
It
know,
only
hold
takes
it
you a
back
half a
No,
second.
no,
Your Kegel's inside you.
Your bladder controls from internal, not your dick.
Yeah.
What's the matter with you?
His piss is falling out.
This motherfucker thinks that you have to put your thumb on the tip of your dick to keep the piss from coming out.
Then he had the cork in or some shit.
My
man.
God,
Let me take the tape
God.
off.
We had my brother convinced when you got a boner, there was an actual bone in your dick for a while.
For a while, then it
For
dissipates.
quite a while. He's like, no, I'm like, all our friends like, yeah, dude, are you serious? You don't know this? There's a boner a bone. There's a bone there. He's like,
Yeah.
really?
Blow on it. You'll see. All right.
That's a dad joke.
Let's take a quick break. When we come back, Seth's going to do some news, and then we'll get out of here.
This is the Slackers. They just re-released Peculiar from 2006. It's an amazing record. This is crazy. We'll be right back with more A Mediocre Time right after this. Samantha Butler, Seth Petrozelli on news, other listeners that are hanging out.
By the way, if you want to come watch a show, there's a variety of ways to do it.
Yes.
I mean, we've opened it up to if you get a refinance from Streamline Mortgage Solutions too, we'll let you come in. And but if you buy a car from either car dealerships, you get to come in. If you buy a house or sell a house with a Team Bart Merrick, you get to come in. If you donate $100 to Yellow Brick Road and prove to us you did, you can come in. So there are a bunch of different ways. I know someone asked, they bought a shit ton of flooring from At Home Floor Store.
Yeah.
Like there's certain exceptions we'll make. Like if you really help out a client, we'll let you come in as
Now,
a
if you
benefit.
go buy 2 double Ds, I mean,
yeah.
not quite the same.
Yeah,
If they,
no.
have it-
Buy
if they
100
sign up in the
double
jungle, they can come in. How about that?
You're
now,
not
now you've lost all your.
Yeah, but-
now you're a paid employee. You could,
Yeah, you've lost
Yeah,
them.
sorry.
I'm
You know what? I'm going to have to cut that out now.
I'm still back owed a few $100, buddy.
All right, here's Seth's intro.
All right, news today brought to you by Johnny's Other Side. Johnny's been a sponsor for the longest time.
Day one.
Yeah, and they have $3 craft beers all day, every day. Best burger in town.
Ooh, I haven't had a Johnny's burger.
I know, it's
been a
good.
while, yeah.
Tots.
They used to have a burger. I want to say it was called like Carl's Favorite. I know the name Carl comes up in our universe a lot.
Mhm.
Whether
Just
it's
Drunk Carl.
the drunk Carl, Samantha's Winnie the Pooh Carl. Like
Used to be a beer named Carl.
Yeah, there's a beer named Carl.
Carl
but
Tully.
Carl, thank you. There's a lot of them. So, but there used to be a burger on the Other Side menu that was like Carl's Favorite. That was like a burger with chili, onion rings, and cheddar cheese.
That sounds amazing.
It was dope as fuck, man.
Do
And
they
then
not have
I
it
think they took it off the menu, but it wasn't. They didn't overdo it. It was just like one onion ring, 1 or 2 onion rings, a little bit of chili, like homemade, like Johnny's chili.
I love chili.
Cheddar cheese on the burger, and it looked. It was fucking awesome.
Seth, you've been working out
Carl's
so
Favorite.
much for so long.
He can eat anything he wants.
Well, I'm interested.
I eat burgers, but not with the bun and grass-fed meat.
You won't eat the bun?
No.
You never crave that? You never crave
Of course,
the...
I crave it.
You
but
just decide not
I'll
to?
wrap some lettuce over it and be like, oh.
How long would it take you to actually get fat or gain weight or get out of shape. I mean, because your body's so used to burning the same fat.
That's true, yeah.
Like, it would probably take you longer than normal. Like, it'd take you, like, months of, like, not working out and eating before you started transitioning, right?
In my mind, if I eat something bad for a couple of days, like if I don't work out one day, then my cheat day's the next day, I'm like, oh, God, look, my abs are gone. Like, I'll think that. So I don't know if that's true or not. But
no, it's definitely not true.
It's certainly not true.
I think, like I'm saying, I think it would take you, like, 2-3 months before you lost your abs, just because your body gets set into patterns.
Depends on how much if I could eat like I normally would eat, then it'd probably be faster than that.
Do you
I eat a lot.
Do you still do eating competitions?
I haven't done one in a while. No.
Do you still cheat like you used to cheat when you would send me the porno picture of you and it's like him nude in a bed and there's like a box of cannolis on his shoulder, a box of fucking donuts here, like a pint of ice cream, a pizza covering his cock.
But it was screwing you up, right?
Yeah, it was messing with me for like a few days after. My stomach was just like it was so much, it was just getting messed up. So
those are epic.
So that was like, but that was like either a lot all at once or that was throughout a day. I eat bad the day. Now it's just like one pretty bad meal and a bad dessert, and that's it. Okay. So it's one meal, one dessert, and that's it.
What's a bad meal to you?
A couple pizzas still, but they're not like
couple pizzas.
But they're not like they're not like the large pizzas. They're maybe medium.
What's
pizzas.
weird
and
is
it's gluten free now, so I still don't do wheat. So they're gluten-free
nice.
pizzas.
Yeah, like from Mellow, they got some good.
Oh yeah, that would be great.
Theirs is good. Theirs is solid.
I haven't had theirs in a while, but I'd like to.
I'm surprised you could even eat that much, given the fact that you only eat small meals normally, right?
It hurts.
Oh,
yeah, you're really not like
because my stomach shrunk.
Yeah,
definitely
it's little
because I eat a bunch of like medium to small meals throughout the day. So
yeah, I'm surprised you could even physically eat 2 pizzas.
Yeah, I mean I feel nauseous afterwards.
Okay, this is not a fun experience.
But I'm happy.
And then farts in front of you.
And then shit,
you fart in your coils.
Yeah,
exactly. Quite a bit.
So first story.
Okay. So did you guys hear about the Peace Cross in the Maryland area that was allowed to remain? The Supreme Court ruled about it. Did you guys hear anything?
Yes, I heard. I saw a news feed.
Is this the one that I saw a headline that said a blow to atheists? Is that what we're talking about? Or
I think so. I mean, they skew it 1,000 different ways.
Yeah, it's clickbait, but.
So, yeah, the Supreme Court rules that the Peace Cross in Maryland can remain. The Supreme Court said that the 40-foot cross on public land in Maryland that was built in honor of fallen soldiers in World War I does not violate the separation of church and state and can remain standing.
I saw this, and every once in a while we'll hear stories where there'll be like nativity scene on public land or like anything that is like on government land, and then people are like, wait a minute, why are you having like this represents the Christian religion on government land we're supposed to be separate here.
See, in that I have a problem with just because it's new, but this cross I'll read later, it's almost 100 years old. It's almost a century old. So at that point it's not even about the cross anymore.
Yeah, it's
about the history that was
and what
there.
it stands
That's why
for.
I like when Notre Dame burnt down. I was like, it was sad to me. Yeah, it's a church, but it was still history. That's so many things in there. It wasn't about religion at that point. And that's how I feel about this. Like, it's not about the cross. It's just about what it stands for, I guess.
Exactly.
Kinda. And I'm an atheist saying that.
Yeah, and it's pick your battles. This is where like they get mad at atheists sometimes because I'm like pick what are you doing? Like I don't know who's doing this. It could just be that they blanket like any sort of religious symbol on government land. They start trying to protest.
Like you said, how much of this is for like Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior, and how much of this is just in pure remembrance of those
and a symbol?
That's kind of what they said next. The court said that it, quote, carries special significance in commemorating World War I, and they also said, quote, it's a place for the community to gather and honor all the veterans that and their sacrifices for
I
a
agree.
nation.
Yeah.
So,
like, I get getting.
I don't see anything wrong with that, right?
Don't teach kids in public schools some nonsense about Noah's Ark and like creation, God creating people and not teaching evolution. Like that's where I'm like, okay, don't do that. And I can understand people getting mad because every once in a while there'll be some school in the Midwest that some teacher is teaching both, like, there's this or evolution, and like then everybody gets up in arms and stuff, and they have to tell the teacher like, don't. Leave out all the
it all comes down to, you and I have been saying this for a couple of weeks now, like heavily about intent. I think the intent here was to remember those that had
and 100 years ago it was acceptable. Now
I don't need to believe in God to believe that the lives of people that fought in World War I or World War II or any world war for that matter sacrificed and worked hard to protect our country, the
Right.
way that we live.
But then
I
you
mean,
can
I
make-
believe in all of that.
You can make the argument like, well, are all these people Christian? Or like, like what if one of them's
Doesn't
Jewish?
matter.
Or they
Yeah,
well,
that's what
Yeah.
this other lady said. So before that,
you got to look beyond the icon, right? And you got to
that's
look at the intent.
That's how I felt. They said destroying or defacing the cross that had stood undisturbed for nearly a century would not be neutral and would not further the ideals of respect and tolerance embodied in the First Amendment. Which I can see that, of course. Which
just to be a contrarian, then there's the people that come out and be like, well, what's the difference between this and the Civil War statue of the South that what I'm saying? Because then people will make the argument like, yeah, it's a symbol.
Yeah,
it doesn't mean like race.
Yeah,
what it stands for.
I see that, but unfortunately, that side of the coin hurt a lot of people.
Well, the
with
Christian
what it was
cross hurt
doing.
a lot
I
of
mean,
people too.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, back,
Yeah.
If you go back far enough, I mean,
Agreed.
everything.
It still can.
It all comes down to common sense.
Sure.
I'm fine with someone just being like, that's fine, this is not. It's illogical, doesn't matter, and we're all just as a society be like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like at a certain point you can nitpick and argue about everything.
Yeah.
And just move on with your fucking life. Let the shit go.
Yeah, there
and-
is a huge part of me, probably the majority of me is like, oh, Confederate statue, and everyone's like protesting and freaking out and losing their goddamn mind, and I'm like, just let it be there.
Yeah, but then it's like
Fucking change the name of it or something.
It's like, why is it on government
Spray
land?
paint
And
his
then-
hat hot pink and say
Or,
that
but it's just it was built
Well,
back in the day where that
that's
wasn't a big deal. It was 100 years ago.
Or
they
do
did
what
this.
they did in Orlando, move it from downtown to Greenwood Cemetery. That's what they did with the Confederate statue. It's like move it to where
Yeah.
Oh, they
all
moved
the-
it?
agree with
I didn't
that.
know that.
Yeah, that's what they did. They moved it from downtown to Greenwood, where all like Confederate
There's
like,
a cemetery there.
Confederate
And that
soldiers
makes
are
sense.
buried and
Yeah.
Union soldiers are buried. It's like put it there. It's a historical relic.
Because we may not believe we don't believe in what they were fighting for, but we don't disvalue their life.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is like then there's like the Joe Paterno statue. It's
Well,
like-
that one I
yeah,
like. Put that in the shower
Ooh.
well,
at a daycare.
So then they pulled that one down. They're like, oh, get this old man out of here. Like we don't want to look
Well,
at
wasn't
it.
he at the end? With everything going on. I mean, wasn't he just a dumb old man? Didn't we like kind of?
He turned a blind eye.
Yeah,
and some
it
horrible
all fell
shit.
on deaf
Yeah,
ears to him. I think those complaints and it was just like, shh.
But when we
don't talk
say
about
it
bro.
turned on deaf ears, was he actually deaf when it happened?
Did he
Was
not hear the slapping?
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah.
Disney pulled that Cosby statue quick.
Yeah, they
And that was
did.
before he was even convicted.
You can't even see, like, there used to be, I remember I
Oh.
went right afterwards, you could see kind of where it was.
Yeah.
You can't see it now.
Uh-uh.
Like, it's
Oh,
almost,
yeah.
it's almost
Never
as if they
happened.
called the Imagineers in to age. They're like, we removed it. I understand that the marble underneath it is new. Can you make that through the miracle of Disney magic look old? And they're like, yes, we can. And they like it's erased from time.
Dude, you can go back though and find bad shit that people did. Like, there's presidents that own slaves and shit.
Yeah,
like they're on the
of
Disney
course.
Hall of
It's
Presidents. and stuff.
ridiculous.
Yeah. Like there's a lot of
It's
people
silly.
that are famous that have done horrible
I mean,
shit. and stuff.
Baltimore erected a huge Ray Lewis statue right outside of M&T.
Yeah, although they didn't, I made a lot of Ray Lewis jokes and people got mad because they didn't convict him. I'm like, he threw his white suit in the trash. Why would you do that?
Well, that's why people give him a pass, though, is because they didn't convict him.
I
Kind
know,
of like
yeah.
OJ.
Yeah, kind of like OJ. Whose Twitter now is getting out of control. Did you read
Oh,
about
yeah.
that?
No, I knew.
Is that in your news?
Well,
Guy
like, no,
Torrey
it's
was
not.
talking about
I
that. Guy
said 'cause-
Torrey was talking about that. I didn't know what he was referencing. He
Oh
said
my-
that OJ was freaking out.
I
And
don't
then
know.
He just
But I don't know if he
started a
got-
Twitter account.
Oh
Yeah,
my
and
God.
And he said he's going to,
He's
what did he
going-
say?
Pop
Fix
got
some
Twitter.
rumors about himself. Get
Pop
some
got
revenge
Twitter.
about some rumors.
But then he like
shit.
puts
Got some
the
evening
knife
to do.
emojis and all his tweets and stuff
Does
like that.
he really?
Yeah, he was
Oh
putting
my
like.
God.
That's why I don't know if he got
Get
hacked
him
or
off
not.
Twitter, man.
Like,
No.
dude,
Jesus.
he's like, you want to talk because there's a fake account with OJ, and then his main account said, stop, get rid of this account, or I'm gonna fix you. I'm gonna find you. And there's a bunch of knife emojis like from the
Oh
main
my
OJ.
God.
Like, are you freaking that insane? Where you gotta
Dude,
like,
Maybe you are. Maybe you do have the thumb on what the teens are talking about.
see, I know.
The teens don't care about OJ.
No, I'm joking.
Oh,
I know the emojis.
OJ had a house down in Miami near my wife's dad's house.
Yeah.
And there, like, my wife's stepsister used to play over OJ's house, and and OJ had a Halloween party because with OJ's kids at the time.
Oh God.
And OJ had a Halloween party, and my wife, like, he was dressed like an LAPD cop. Like for
It
Halloween.
sickens me that it's such a big joke to him. 2 people fucking died.
He killed them.
I know, but like the point is, like, why does he keep pushing it and
Yeah,
making
he's an
everything
idiot.
a fucking
He's a
joke.
fucking dodo.
So fucking
Yeah, he's so stupid.
Yeah, yeah.
And he makes
cold-hearted
like
about it all.
he's making
It's
like
like, dude, just feel
he's
fucking
making-
lucky that you got away with it and just leave it at that.
This guy was just you were running
I
back
felt
dodo.
twisted even
It's like,
saying
what do you
that,
think?
You know, like it's.
I'm listening to the new podcast from Ron Goldman's sister about it.
Yeah,
It's
you
called
were telling
Conquistador.
me about
It's
that.
really good, and maybe he should fucking listen to it
Dude,
because
what-
he ruined not only the people that he killed's lives, but everybody else around
Yeah,
them.
what's really fucked up is this whole thing has become this giant joke, and like the people he killed, their family members and shit have to live this.
And
like,
everyone that went on
constant-
trial and went through that trial.
And then they gotta watch him play golf, and then watch him on Twitter with a fucking
acting
knife
like
emoji.
a goddamn ass
They
bag.
should have just thrown her down the stairs or something.
That's terrible.
Hey,
Aren't there?
can I just
like,
say-
should there
Go
be rules now? Like,
I think he probably did do that. He used to beat her.
With people like OJ, are there rules about? It's almost like when a person gets convicted of pedophilia, and I believe, or like okay, I have a
They
friend.
can't live near schools or anything.
Or like a friend of mine. I had a friend of mine that was a teacher, and then and I've talked about this before on the show, and then she actually seduced students of hers. And I've been trying to figure out a way that I could ever talk to her about this. I don't think I ever can, but she ended up, seducing students and then getting caught and then getting arrested and then going to jail and now on probation and now she's a sex offender.
Yeah.
So
I'll talk to her about it if you
is it God Almighty? Is it because they take the internet away from them, right? Like no Facebook account,
no
yeah.
so
You don't.
no social media.
So is it? I mean, why don't we do that to?
He wasn't convicted of murder, and he was convicted
but what
of
about what happened at the civil case? I didn't know enough about it.
He lost
Like,
the
he
civil
lost
case.
it. Yeah, but that's not
Doesn't matter, yeah.
a criminal
I almost,
offense.
I almost feel like there should be
There's just a payout with
an
the
easier
criminal.
switch on stuff like that, right? Like they shouldn't be able to talk anymore. You know, like you're
He's
that's
doing
gone.
good. He's doing good money wise for his, like pensions and stuff. He makes like $25,000 a month.
Yeah,
for doing nothing.
Yeah. I mean,
Crazy.
and like he, because his houses, or at least one of them, was in Florida. Like that's protected under a
protected,
homestead. So they couldn't take it. Even like civil. I think the civil suit and everything. Like even though it took a lot of his liquid money, I'm assuming, and then the court case and everything. But it's still OJ. There's ways to make money just from being rich famous. Like if you're famous enough, you can find ways to make money just off your fame.
Right.
Like any of these infamous fucking people. Like even fucking Zimmerman's making money off his shit fame somehow with the whether it's the
Remember he was doing like painting at one point. You're like, what the fuck?
whatever it is, some nutty
George
people.
Zimmerman was doing
Yeah,
painting?
he was selling paintings and
He
shit.
also tried to sell his gun too.
God.
Yeah, I remember that. one.
There's been
That's
like
so fucked up.
Well, because
man.
they can find ways, and you can find crazy people to market to that back you or whatever the fuck. It's
There's weird
nuts.
collectors out there. man.
What's
I'd buy
next?
that gun and shoot my turtle.
Oh,
okay. So you guys talked about
Wow,
Facebook.
you are shock jock nuts today, man. You are way hopped up on it. That Nutrex is firing you
Oh,
up.
you know what it
that
is?
thing?
It's lion's mane. You guys ever had lion's mane?
what is that?
It's a mushroom.
Wait, what? You're on mushrooms right now?
Yeah, but it's like
Well done,
mushrooms you can
Seth.
buy.
Well done.
What's the difference between that?
Is this
and
product
fucking-
placement? What's happening right now?
No, it's not. I don't
Tripping
get
balls
sponsored.
right now.
No, I'm not
Yeah.
tripping. It's a neurological stimuli.
Exactly.
Oh my God, he's
Is it
horny.
in
He's
the-
gonna fuck us all.
Where do I get lines,
For
man?
memory.
Do you need lines, man?
I kinda
Do you want to
wanna
make
try it now.
inappropriate comments on your podcast?
So, but of
No,
course,
I do that
it
anyway.
says start with like a bunch. So I started with like just a sprinkle just to see if it did anything to me. It didn't. I just
I
added
always
like a
gotta go
sprinkle.
start half an eighth and then go to an eighth.
Okay, I don't know. I'm on double what it says to take. So.
Oh, okay. Does it
How
do
you
anything?
feel right now?
I feel good. I feel fine. I mean, yeah, I did it because it was supposed to help with like your memory, like your focus, and all that sort of
Yeah.
thing.
Do you
And
feel?
Not that I
Do you feel focused?
yeah, I feel good.
Side effect
Weren't that-
intolerance.
weren't that- So we're talking about Facebook. I said getting banned and stuff like that. A Facebook moderator dies after viewing horrific videos. I'm gonna giggle. I know. I'm trying not
You're
to
the
go.
worst goddamn
Because I
news
read this
person.
last night.
You're
I told.
laughing at the deaths of.
I know, and I told myself this one story in particular. I'm like, don't laugh because I was cracking up.
inappropriate news.
Because I cracked up last night reading this. Because listen.
All right.
A dozen current and former Facebook moderators described a filth-ridden, emotionally disturbing, high-stress work environment where they received little support from managers and an extreme amount of pressure to accurately moderate the never-ending fire hose of despicable hate speech, graphic violence against humans and animals, and child pornography in the social media network. After leaving them with post-traumatic stress disorder and related conditions. So you ever get people get put in Facebook jail, you get banned and stuff like that?
Never been.
There are like buildings where thousands of these workers just all day look at disgusting stuff all day
and take it off. They have 15,000, but they're having PTSD. I was talking to trainer Michael about this.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so they're hired by Facebook. There's like 15,000 employees that all day just they search.
I would do that. It'd be perfect for that.
And ban people, and then
the animal stuff I couldn't deal with. That
take images off, but
I feel good. I feel like I'm doing the Lord's work if I'm kicking them off Facebook.
But it's what's that movie? Is it Clockwork Orange where they hold your eyes open? They make you look at horrible shit. Like essentially, that's what they're doing. Like 8 hours a day, and like some cubicle.
They're not. Those people know what the job is.
Yes,
they're not tying them down and having their eyes peeled open.
No, I think I could do this.
I'm just making an analogy, just because they're looking at horrible shit all day, and that's
they should go through like a psychoanalysis before they take this job. Like you have to be able to pass a test.
Some of the stuff I'm going to tell you,
or
like,
every few months,
how they work though, like it's kind of their fault. Like some of it, the watching part is not their fault, obviously, even though they did sign up to take the job. But I'll get to it. Just listen.
Okay.
Keith Utley, a former Coast Guard lieutenant commander who worked over the overnight shift, which must be horrible, moderating content, faced that same pressure to meet the accuracy target in removing content that is in violation. His colleagues just saw him one night slumped over at his desk. They tried performing CPR, but by the time ambulance arrived, he had begun to turn blue, and he died shortly after. So
why are you about to laugh, Seth? I see you
psychopath.
The old man died from looking at horrible shit. Why are you laughing? Because what?
Samantha's cry laughing. Butler's laughing.
I'm not laughing at it. I'm laughing at Seth laughing at it. Why?
Yeah, I'm laughing at it.
So the guy had a heart attack from seeing horrible shit.
In my head, fucked up head, when it said he turned blue, I imagine the video he was watching was like a blue waffle video of like some gross vagina. And
You think you get infected by the video you're watching?
Yeah, that's it. That's why he got a heart attack, because he was watching like, well,
maybe it had nothing to do with it. Maybe he was just a fucking old man.
Yeah, he had a heart attack. But no,
the headline says he died from watching the video.
No, but that's what they want you to think.
Yeah. He died from a heart attack.
Yeah,
but
he died from his health. He didn't die because he saw blue
watching
waffle.
A blue waffle could be
pussy.
exasperating the
No,
heart attack.
I've seen plenty of blue waffle. I can look at any pussy. He ain't gonna fucking kill me.
Maybe this guy was.
Well,
I'll take this bet. From now until the day I die, you show me any fucking pussy as disgusting or as beautiful as you want to show me, it won't kill me. I'm a fucking real man.
What they are doing is they're getting like a PTSD or like some psychological damage from just seeing horrible shit over and over.
Of course they are. We all are with our goddamn phones. We don't know what this is doing to us.
But exactly. But these people are experiencing worst part of it because they are like
and they have to sit and watch it.
I saw this story and I was talking with someone about it, and like the things they described that they have to take off every day, like the animal abuse.
The animal,
like,
I couldn't handle
they
that.
constantly
That's
take out animal
fucking
abuse, the death videos,
Yeah,
all
I can't watch that shit.
the worst of the worst. And I mean, we should people have posted it on our BDM page before, like thinking it's funny or whatever, and you know, it's like, oh my god, and for whatever reason, sometimes like it doesn't translate in certain people's minds as like they could see that and it doesn't affect them. Probably a fucking psychopath. Yeah, but
I laugh at it, but it affects me.
It's you know, no one. How can you? Also, why would you even sign up for that? I mean, they got to be paying you shit money.
$28,000 a year.
Yeah, it's a minimum wage job.
But so you guys blame
Not
watching that,
worth it.
but the coworkers that all work there
better than digging. I guess.
They blame the stress and horrible conditions and videos that he went through, and at the site that he died at, the workers have dealt with, on top of watching the horrible videos, bed bug infestations, bodily waste regularly at workstations, menstrual blood and feces smeared in bathroom walls, numerous verbal and physical alterations, and then they also witnessed an employee threaten or fights, and also somebody threatened to come and shoot up the building. So they're dealing with filth, but they're doing it themselves.
Well, sounds like they need to screen their fucking employees.
Well, yeah.
Where are these
that's what I
buildings?
thought.
But you also think about the quality, the caliber of employee you're going to get for this particular job. Who wants this job? Like, if the pay's shit and the job is even worse, so you're going to get, it's like the people, you're going to get probably the same people in a scam call center. Like,
Well, it's easy, you know, like I'm not going to say it's an easy job.
But you're
on
sitting
the surface,
AC.
it's an easy job.
Yeah. Because your job
like,
is
what kind of skill do you need? You know what bad is. You know what good is. Get rid of bad.
Yeah.
They're off to the races.
Well, obviously they don't, because if they're smearing their own shit on the walls and blood on the walls,
That
they're
happened
kind of
at
fucking
my
animals.
corporate job before.
That happened
I
at our job.
You're right.
People used to write
Yeah.
Dirty Jim's name
It's
on the wall.
disgusting.
You know what? That happened at our job.
Yeah.
There was a booger on the wall for like a month.
I mean,
Same shit.
I've done
Fucking
it.
old man died.
One day I'll be the dead old man. They'll be like, hey, you saw too.
Well, I'm the oldest, so guess who's gonna die?
Yeah, you'll be
And then
slumped.
next thing is Seth will be reporting about me dying in this chair. cracking up.
laughing about it.
He's like this fucking narp little guy died in his chair.
All right, next story.
Okay, I'm just drinking my mushrooms. Let's do some local news. So in local news, a video that just came out a couple of days ago shows a video of.
Wait, can you pause for 1 second? Tom looked over here to see how long we've been recording, and I guarantee you can't see it.
I saw it too, so I mean, I don't know what's after it. Though.
Yeah, okay.
It's getting real bad.
Okay. His eyes are going.
A video shows a trooper being dragged about 100 feet by a fleeing vehicle in downtown Orlando. The trooper received minor injuries Thursday during just a routine traffic stop. Officials say he was trying to stop a speeding Toyota Corolla in Orlando when the car was forced to stop at a train crossing near the intersection of Orange and Colonial. So it's like right down the street from my house. The male driver fled on foot, but then returned after the train passed. And as he tried to, I watched this, as he tried to get back in, the trooper full on sprint and then runs and jumps on the back of the guy's back and tries to like wrestle him down. The passenger jumped into the driver's seat, took off with both of them out the door. They both get drugged. He's kind of like surfing on the guy's back.
Oh, like he's holding onto the door, dragging the cops on the back.
Yes, the bad guy's holding onto the door. The cop's holding onto the guy's back, and they're like, he's like surfing on the guy's back.
Oh,
the cop falls off and does barrel rolls, and then he pulls himself back in, and they take off.
No, the guy got in?
Yeah, the guy got in and took off.
Holy shit.
And then all you hear is, I don't know why. I mean, I guess in the when the moment happens in danger, like they make weird noises. Like whenever you hear a cop shooting, they're like, they scream like
because you're dying.
Yeah.
Or you think you're going to
Yeah,
die.
you think you're going to die, I guess. I guess that's how I felt with the ghost. I just claimed up, so it's the same thing. But anyway, he screamed. He was like, as he was getting drugged, and then like roll off. He's like, I fell off. They're taking off. And like he just sounded like very like, I don't know.
Only because you're getting drugged by a car, freaking out.
It's a funny sound.
Oh my God! He laughs at the old man dying. He laughs at the
I'm not laughing.
cops
I'm
noise.
not laughing at it. I'm just saying it's an interesting
You just
sound.
said it was a funny noise. That's what you said.
Hey, this cop made a funny noise.
He thought he was going to die.
So also, the people in the car inside the car were identified and taken into custody later that day.
It's kind of like the old Dave Chappelle joke where like they play the last 911 call of you like calling the police about to die. Like, you know, like why would you do that? Like the media plays the last words and it's you scared out of your mind calling the cops. Like so nowadays, like all the cops have fucking body cams are mic'd up.
They got those ones now that are like mounted. You know, and I think they're like even like motion activated. It's like as soon as you start moving, that thing turns on.
So, like, of course, like if you are in a situation where your life's at risk, like you are gonna make crazy sounds and freak out and be scared. Like you're acting like a goddamn
You're the
human
only
being.
person I know that doesn't make crazy sounds.
No. If I'm being dragged and like I'm thinking I'm gonna die, I'm gonna be screaming.
You're pretty quiet.
I'm not getting. If you're getting drugged in the back area, you're not gonna die.
No, he's pretty quiet. Anything you do that I've ever seen you do that's physical, you don't make any noise. You jump things, you lift things, you
but I never
sex with your wife. You're quiet.
I never thought I was gonna die. Like and being drugged and
But couldn't you just let go?
What would you sound like?
Do
if
your
you
job.
Were dying.
I could do my job.
Well,
This is what I imagine you sound like if you're dying. It's just this. Ready? Hold it. Everybody quiet. It's that.
No, I would make a crazy sound because who knows? Your adrenaline's going
It depends
crazy.
on how you're dying. I
You
guess.
don't know
like me
crazy
going down in a
sounds.
plane. I'd be like, I'd scream.
I would make
and
crazy.
swing.
Yeah, that was a good.
But I'd swing at the same
Like
time. I
mine
wouldn't
are
be
like.
By the way, to what extent, as a police officer, do you have to go to apprehend the criminal at a point? Like
85%.
Like, well, I'm saying, like, if, like, once you grab a hold of him and the guy takes off, like, I guess it's
Not
just
to
fight or
injure-
flight.
not
Should you
to
say
injure
not, it's
yourself.
not worth it? I'm just letting.
Yeah, but
no
not to
way.
injure yourself. I feel like if you're going to injure yourself, you got to let the guy
Unless
go.
it's to save other people.
Right. That's different.
Like,
That's
yeah,
different.
if
Yeah,
you're
but
s-
If the
in
guy's
this-
just
in
gonna
this
steal
specific
something,
situation,
fuck it, steal it.
Like, what are you gonna do? Like, what are you gonna climb on top of him and jump into the car? You're not an action star.
That's why
you know what I mean?
sometimes
Like, you gotta let that one go.
And maybe I'm
gets on
wrong
the
on
car.
this. Maybe that's why I don't understand like, the police chase thing, and that's why I'm obsessed with live PD. But like, they're chasing a guy that they ran his tag, and they realized that he's got a suspended license, or the car, whoever owns the car's got a suspended license. They're literally chasing this guy at 100 mile an hour, and I'm like,
why not worth it, dude? A lot
yeah,
of states.
but no, you can't look at it that way because if he's willing to run, there might be another reason why he's running.
Look, I get it, but I'm just saying if you're running, like I'm putting everyone around us right now at risk, including it happened to our good friend Frank.
Yeah,
his
BDM.
whole family,
You're
his
right.
world changed.
He almost died.
You know, like he almost lost his entire family in one car. I'm like,
Dude, a lot of states have adopted no chase rules.
Well,
like,
yeah, in some
and I'm
County
not a
actually has
pussy.
a
I'm
little
just
bit of
saying
too.
that, like, I don't know. Like, you gotta. I guess you gotta weigh it out.
If it-
I don't know.
yeah.
I'm not law enforcement, but hats off to him. But
if the person is like
if I'm gonna
Not
get
a violent
killed,
offender.
I'm out.
if he's a murderer or like he's an armed robber or something that he's a threat to society, maybe
Yeah.
you go that
Oh,
step.
like
But
for
if it's
me-
like a suspended license, you'll catch him. You know,
For me, if
eventually.
I were a cop, it's like active shooter. Okay, this is what I signed up for. I'm in.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna
You have to
protect.
save
I'm
the
gonna
public.
protect
Yeah.
everybody. If the guy stole some shit, he stole some shit.
But then
we'll
we
get
had a
him.
series of break-ins in my neighborhood, and they were hitting a bunch of cars, and the cops actually couldn't chase them out of the neighborhood because they were non-threatening. They were just like breaking into cars and stealing
The
shit.
no
And the
chase
cops
rules.
actually got
Oh,
behind them. They
no,
took
I mean,
off,
time
and the
for
cops couldn't do
vigilante.
anything. And by the time they got air patrol or whatever, like, it was
Although
done.
people do take advantage of it, it's like up in Baltimore, like all those like dudes on quads and dirt bikes and shit. Like they have no chase rules.
Oh, they love it.
So the cops can't
They love
literally
it.
chase them. So they'll they'll wheeling their dirt bike, kicking a cop car, just taking off,
God.
and the cops he can't do anything. He's like, well, I just has to just keep on driving. They're surrounding him, like spitting on the car.
Well, that's why the night before you got to start setting up traps like Home Alone style. So when they roll through, you got paint cans knocking them in the head. You're fucking
iron, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. You got to have some.
nail strips.
It
along
is
the
amazing.
ground.
Like I think it's
You should be able to like discharge a beanbag shotgun into that guy's chest and knock him off his fucking quad.
The problem
right?
is it'll kill them because none of them are wearing helmets and it's a mess. If you watch this documentary, 12 O'Clock Boys,
Yeah.
and they do impressive wheelies, by the way. Like I'm like, holy shit!
Well, that's
like,
why a lot
you're
of
wheelie,
guys-
the entire I-4.
No, but that's why a lot of people are trying to take that stuff. It used to be with street racing. Then they would like focus it and then put it out at the track and be like, okay, guys, I get it. It's probably not as exciting as doing it when we were chasing you, but you know, you do realize that if you want to do this, we can do this legally.
Yeah. You're
And they
also
could probably make money off it, like having people. Show up
Yeah,
to
you could have
weapons or
like a
something.
Do a
legitimate
stunt
car
show.
club
Yeah.
with like a you could have a legitimate car club. You want to run like race? Let's race. Let's set up a track. You know, you can still get injured, but let's do it correctly.
not
you
as
know?
the adrenaline doesn't
Yeah,
spike.
I agree.
Kick the cop car,
It's not as
really
much
out.
fun. Not as much fun.
I got way more adrenaline off slamming
I will say-
garbage cans and mailboxes at night.
I will only say this one time: smoking weed legally with my medical card, not as much fun.
Yeah, right.
Not.
And knowing at any time
That
you
was
can get
better
arrested.
when old Dustin would stuff it in my mailbox. Yeah, fresh delivery.
Don't talk about it.
Yeah, I don't talk about it.
So, all right, last story.
Last story. This one's kind of cool. Young people, they're growing horns.
I did
this,
see
this
this.
ties into the other story with the Facebook.
Yeah.
Is this your head down?
Yeah,
thing?
head down
yes.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Juan
What
was
is
just
it?
talking about this about the Facebook story about the people, looking at shit like with their head down. Never mind.
Okay.
Phone use is to blame, research suggests. A new research in biomechanics suggests that young people are developing horn-like spikes, or I called it phone bone, in the back of skulls. Bone spurs caused by the forward tilt of the head, which shifts weight from the spine to the muscles in the back of the head, causing bone growth in the connecting tendons and ligaments. The weight transfer that causes the buildup can be compared to the way that skin thickens into a callus as a response to pressure or an abrasion.
Okay, so your body is compensating for you putting your head down.
It's head
We're not
thumbs.
compensating. We're adapting.
Yeah, it's head thumbs.
Evolution.
Yeah,
You know,
that's what's so cool about this.
It's like when I blew out my AC joint, which is basically like where your collarbone connects to your shoulder. It's and when I was doing the Predator shit, so all the 3 ligaments that held my collarbone to my shoulder all ripped out when I landed on it too hard, and then it caused my collarbone to now like float up basically.
I don't want to see that thing.
And then
that thing
it's like
away.
a shark fin.
And then
Jeez Louise.
when I went to the hospital, the orthopedic surgeon said he's like, wow, he's like, women get it fixed sometime for cosmetic reasons, so it doesn't look weird. But he's like, your body will basically calcify your collarbone and keep it more rigid or whatever, like strengthen it, and then you'll just go on your life and you don't do anything, and it'll be fine.
I mean, that's the concept behind shin conditioning. That's constant damage to it just calcifies and causes it to get hard.
So, God, I can't believe you can do that. I hit my shin just barely on like my bed frame the other day, and I cried. I'm laying on the ground.
Shin hits are the worst.
I don't know. I
could just watch it. You were just at the West End. You were just bopping a bat on your shin, like ging, 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 ging. And like to me, I hit it one time. I fell on the ground. Maisie's like, "What's wrong, Daddy?" I'm like, "Oh, I need a minute."
So. How much do you have to look with your head down to be able to your body?
I don't know, but I think I got it.
I don't know.
Where, is it at the base of your neck?
No, at the top of the neck, base of the skull, top.
Yeah.
Of the neck.
Oh, I got horns.
So right there.
So in the middle.
And I've got enough MRIs, or I haven't seen one I'm on yet.
Well, how often?
Do you want one?
Oh, I'm on my phone. Literally, I feel addicted to I'm literally like this constantly. I gotta get.
I might have one.
It's like
likes
are like.
Well, you're a Neanderthal.
Didn't you find your tail the other day?
I'm gonna throw
Butler
up.
has a fucking tail.
Tail in the shower.
Yeah.
Tail in the shower.
You lost enough weight,
Just take a
right?
picture
Like
of
you're
it?
down to 160.
Yeah, I'm down like low 160s.
Yeah. So this
Stop.
motherfucker's got a tail.
I kind of want to see it.
You show us his
Yeah.
head. Go in the bathroom.
You could only see it if you
Spread my
suck it.
cheek hard, yeah.
Suck the tail.
Blow on his
I'll
face
blow
first.
on it.
Suck his tail.
I might take you up on that, Seth.
Hold on. Just to put you at home, me and Tom will go outside and whack our swords together.
Fuck off. But here, let me read this last part. And get what I say. The researchers said that this discovery marks the first documentation of physiological or skeletal adaptation to the penetration of advanced technology into everyday life. So, like, my thought is like we are like advancing to like I don't know, like we're adapting to like all the like the technology that we have. Like, what else are we like gonna adapt to? Like, we're all worried about like has evolution stopped? That was like a huge thing. Have we stopped evolving? But it just kind of shows that we haven't because of all the new technology.
Obviously not.
But I think the ADD it's causing all humans is way worse than when you grow a fucking calcified bump on the back of your neck.
Yeah,
what does that do?
The mental change, the
up.
intellectual change is far greater than the.
I don't know.
Our attention spans.
You guys are thinking of short term. I'm talking about in 200 years, we're gonna have stuff that comes out in front, so our heads might be tilted. So we might have.
What if our dicks come all the way up so we could rest our phones on?
Yeah, or our future selves might have like a horn. We might have a horn on our back.
Yeah,
that might be.
Hold on, we pull up my fucking phone.
Well,
it's
like that conspiracy theory that this is all
horn in your butt.
This is all just a matrix or like a
simulation.
A simulation. It's because they theorize. Okay, if we are saying that the technology will eventually get to the point where we can live in a simulation, then that already means we're definitely already in a simulation already, which is it's cockamamie and I'm like, what are you going to worry about?
If this is all I got, right?
Yeah, it's all.
Then this is not a simulation.
Well, they're saying this is all not real.
No, I get that.
But
if this is all I have,
if it's your reality, then it is real.
Yes.
Yeah.
Your reality.
But are we real on the outside, and we're watching our? Is there a real us?
All of this
of
is a
simulation?
collection of memories, and we're all already dead.
I don't know.
This is just a collection of memories that we're going through right now. We're picking and choosing what we want to, do.
See, I don't know if it's like the actual matrix
like a matrix,
theory.
like we're plugged in.
Our bodies are somewhere encapsulated, and they're just using our brains.
No.
But they've already.
No, we're using our body's own energy to remember this. As soon as we stop having memories, we've used all the energy up. Everybody knows that. He's a fucking idiot.
I gotta have more mushroom juice.
All right. So that's it.
I can stop it right there because that's super funny. And then I won't even do the music. It'll just be like, that's it. Listeners will be like, what the
we don't need some grandiose ending.
I can even do like some special effects to make it sound like they're fucking dying, you know? Like,
like what are we
I could like slowly start turning the volume down. Like,
what do we do today? We didn't help anybody.
I'm going to gaslight everybody. I'm going to start turning their volume down. They start turning their volume up. I keep turning it down, turn it up. Then they'll turn it all the way up. Then I put it full blast. Then their wife comes running in. They're like, fuck you. Fuck this Tom and Dan bullshit.
I think all our podcasts are just pranks on our listeners.
We used to do that.
They're like, you idiots, you lost everything.
Do you remember when we used to do that?
Well,
do you remember we used to we would like start talking about something and I'd be like, oh, I forgot to tell you about that.
Oh yeah,
and then I'd stop it.
We get a bunch of complaints and
really, that's awesome.
Yeah,
I like that.
I used to be like, oh shit, and then I just stop.
Oh God, what are you doing in here? Stop it.
But we leave the audio blank for a long period of time, hoping that people would keep listening to like there was more. Like they would know, but they would look and be like, hey, there's one more hour left. There has to be something. And they just listen.
And then sometimes, and then on one of them, it was like at the 45-minute mark of the hour of nothing, I would just be like, hi. Like,
Just some stupid little thing.
We used to fuck around so much more. Now we're fucking shackled to it. A goddamn job.
You guys are sellouts.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh,
totally.
You
Yeah.
have no idea.
I haven't seen nothing yet.
The real Tom left a long time ago. I'm an actor that the Tom hired.
Yeah, I liked. I
used to be homeless.
This guy used to be. He's a homeless, and then he did a voiceover for Kraft Cheese and Macaroni.
The Golden Boys bum. All right. Listen to Semantics. That's Samantha's podcast.
I'm gonna have EJ on tonight.
EJ, well,
he's coming in before you are. You're banned.
Why am I banned?
No.
I guarantee it'd be the
really
most
fucking
downloads.
with you now. No, not now. EJ's gonna be the most downloads.
EJ.
And the intern Brandon from BYOCB.
I love Brandon. He's a good dude.
Those get
an intern.
Motherfucker,
and a
you've been
fat
invited
man.
and you've stood me up twice now.
I wanted to stand you up. I gave you a week's notice. I had very, scheduling problems. Seth, you got a podcast? I'll do yours.
Everybody knows my scheduling problems. It means something better came up.
I did go rewatch some of my old podcasts on YouTube the other day.
No, I did.
Which ones?
Seth's
What was the name of
podcast
your
with
show?
The Jungle Boys TV.
Yeah.
Oh, you did Seth's podcast?
It's on YouTube.
No, that was back in the day. We had to come over there like he's like, I need help wiring. I come over,
Well, I
there's
had
a
no-
ball of fucking wires.
It was a good setup though. I had a bunch.
Who
Wait,
was
did
the
I buy
bigger-
stuff off you?
I don't know. I did it one time, and I was very embarrassed.
I did Jungle Boys one time. I thought I
not
did. I sat
bad.
on some couch with some fat guy.
Yeah, soccer. That was my buddy's soccer. He always had his shirt off. He thought that was funny. He's like, I'm just gonna be fat and lay here. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. I remember.
Go sit in the koi pond. I'm gonna fart on you.
It was like a bunch of MMA guys and wrestler guys. We're gonna talk about religion and politics. That's what they want.
Oh, I read some of the comments, like recent ones, like, I can't believe you ignorant people still exist. You should be put to sleep. Like horrible shit, like talking bad about us. I was like, oh.
By the way,
like you racist, ignorant pieces of trash. I was like, oh, you were that bad.
I think we're going in the wrong direction.
Yeah. We weren't that bad. We were talking about like kids. I don't even know what we were talking about.
kids.
No, like,
but there's no one there to tell you, like, hey, don't. What are you doing? Stick to wrestling.
You told me. You tried to tell me. You're like, Seth, like, do an MMA podcast, do a wrestling podcast. No, I don't want to do that.
And,
that's boring.
But that's what people wanted.
Oh my god!
All right. So anyway, we got brand new merch coming up next week.
Yeah.
Those SA straw.
Do you want to
hats.
show them? Do
Okay,
you want to run?
yeah,
Yeah,
all right.
run and get one. Run and get one.
One of
Oh my
each?
god!
Don't grab the top one.
Yeah, that one. We had a.
Are they like beach hats?
Yeah, you want
Oh,
one?
that's kind of cool.
Yeah, they're very.
I don't want to get melanoma on my head. Here, I'll change my hat right now.
Yeah, they're very cool. Here's the SA Beach hat.
Seth wanted to wear it.
Okay.
So it's got the.
No, it's all right. Am I on camera?
Yeah, you're on camera. Here, I'll put it all on you.
There.
Oh yeah, that looks good on you, man.
It needs to flatten out a little bit.
Yeah, that's a fresh one. Yeah, no, you do that. Yeah.
It's an outdoors beach hat, pool hat,
grill hat.
Underneath too, so you got
Yeah. Underneath printed.
Yeah.
It's got the Florida.
They're fucking nice.
People
man.
want me to ask you, Seth, if Felicia is still going against Cyborg.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
That's happening.
I didn't know that there was.
That's happening next month.
I thought so too.
Yeah,
I didn't
they've
know if there
already-
was like rumors about her, because two people were wondering. So I
Of
just-
course, yeah.
I helped
Okay.
patch for this one.
That's-
Yeah, she's looking really,
Cool.
really sharp. Good.
That's going to be July 27th.
When doesn't she look sharp? Man, she's very impressive.
By the way, I'm trying to set up a watch party for us.
It's
all
just
to go.
hard because legally it's very hard for us. Like
it's expensive for the bar.
It's expensive for the bar.
Oh yeah,
I
know.
To do it right.
Even though it's on ESPN Plus.
Does she get a pass or something? Like, could we ask her to ask UFC how to do it correctly? So
how to do it correctly is you have
give
to
us a less. Give us
I'll see what I can.
Give us the hometown. We're rooting for our gal discount.
Well, we could do it privately, and it's ESPN Plus is $10 a month. But the when you
I
bar,
have that.
I have it too. Yeah? But
I only subscribed for her, and I kept it because they have a lot of MLS matches. So
I got Paul from the West End looking into it, and so we'll see. But we'll announce that. Obviously, once it gets closer, we'll have Felicia on talk about the fight, and as it gets.
She's actually testing next weekend for her orange belt in my karate program at the Jungle.
No,
she's
really?
doing karate. She's been doing karate with me for 4 months because she did traditional taekwondo. She loves traditional martial arts, so she started with me.
Any knowledge she can gain, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
how far is orange? Like
it's 2 belts in, so it's like 6 months in. So it goes white, red, orange, and then from there. So yeah, but she's good enough to be more. But the kata, the forms you have to learn, she only knows up to the orange belt level. So
how long would it take me to get like a red? What is that?
A red, like 4 months. 3 months, 4 months.
You don't have 4 months.
Just give it to me.
You don't have 4 months. He just
come
wants
to one class a week.
Come
to my credit.
the half point suit.
Come to one class.
Half point.
Wednesday, Thursday.
White. Full point. Remember that game?
Yeah.
Karate Fighter was the shit.
All right. Anything else, guys?
Not from me. I didn't want to be here to begin with.
Oh, there it is. Guys, we'll see you next week.
And Twitch, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us. We love you. Subscribe. Tell your friends. If you have Amazon Prime, hit that subscribe button. See you next week. Bye.